Sorry, I'm making Oreo sausage.
Hey, welcome back to Lingerie and Cocktails. I'm not on the road tonight, so hey, we can like really talk. Um, I don't want it to be too long, but I do want, us to get some information out. So we want to welcome, the panelists, OG Coco, AJ.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, y'all.
how are y'all doing? How was y'all weekend? Anything interesting y'all had going on? What's the deal? What's the tea? Any new niggas y'all talking to?
What,
Oh no.
what you said? Oh, what was that?
I said, no.
Any new niggas? No,
Oh,
nothing new.
nothing new, Coco?
I go collect my checks. That's what I do.
Yeah, okay. But you sneaky too, but yeah, okay.
I'm
She
grown.
just
Just because
gonna
you don't
tell
know
on
my
you.
business don't make me sneaky.
Wow, why she gonna tell on you like that?
She ain't said nothing but a word. Hell.
He is sneaky.
AJ, how was your weekend? Nothing new?
Nothing new at all. I slept. I got me a good old nap. I'm still sleepy though, but that's all right.
Did you DoorDash?
What you say?
Did you get you something from DoorDash?
Okay, Miss Shady Boots. Yes.
That wasn't
Baby,
shade.
you know
I
she
asked the
gonna
question.
DoorDash. You know she gonna DoorDash. Oh God.
There was no
Every
shade in that. No
she
shade. It was.
she rich. She rich. She
No.
DoorDash every day. I can't I wish I
I can't do
could.
it.
Huh?
I can't do it.
I know. I wish I could DoorDash every day.
Girl, please. You don't even
She
like
rich over there. She rich.
you don't even like eating out. Your preference is on good.
I love eating out. You're weird. You're you lie.
Your
I
preference.
love eating out. You
AJ,
know
I
that.
just want to say that there was no shade in my statement. I just asked a question.
Yes, I did DoorDash today.
And what did
But
you get? Wings? Did you get wings?
no, a baked potato
From where?
from Rudy's Barbecue.
What was in it?
Brisket.
Oh, that sounds good, man.
It was divine.
Oh, I need one of them in my life.
Girl. Well, your brother, he be grilling his steaks and lobster tails be looking real good.
I don't care about no lobster tail. The steaks
Girl,
do be hitting though, no cap.
that's
I
fine.
love me some lobster tails. You don't like lobster tails?
I'm not a big seafood eater, quite honestly. There's a handful of things that I will eat as far as it.
Oh, what is that?
You can't miss me with like y'all gonna say this is ghetto. I'll do crawfish, but it has to already be prepared. I'm not if you have a crawfish boil, I'm not gonna eat it. Like, cause I'm not gonna do all that work to get this much meat out of there. No. About
So
eat the
you
corn.
want people to
I eat the
lay
corn and
out
the
the
potatoes.
crawfish. Wait. So you want people to lay out the crawfish for you like a little princess.
I
And
eat some
peel them
crawfish at
off.
Touffet.
Don't forget, she want them peeled.
So you want people to lay the crawfish out for you like a little princess.
That's not what I said. I
That's what
said
she
I
said.
would eat
Okay,
it.
so if you don't get it laid out, you won't do a crawfish boil, so you'll do crawfish etouffee.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Wow, you talking about Uber Eats, ma'am? You're bougie.
Boo-
You're bougie, ma'am.
Man,
You
boo-
want
Boo!
somebody to peel the crawfish for you, ma'am? Who
Boo!
are you?
I'm
Who
on the
are
low
you, ma'am?
bougie. She on the high end of bougie.
Boo! No, I'm not. Crawfish if it's already prepared, like crawfish etouffee. I love catfish. Flounder is good. Salmon just depends on how it's cooked. Um, and I love raw oysters. That's it.
Ew.
Girl, what you mean? Ew, you gotta get you some horseradish and some hot sauce, baby.
You said oysters?
Raw ones, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Prince. We got, sorry to cut y'all off, but we got Prince. We got Dubs in the building. What's up, Dubs? And we have Marlene.
Hey, Marlene.
Hey, Marlene. Marlene say I'm bougie too. I'm bougie. I mean, I'm bougie too, but I mean, I feel like OG Coco is bougie to she's extreme. Like because
How?
she wants somebody to peel her crawfish
That's
for her.
not
She
what
can't
I
do a
said.
crawfish boil.
That is not what I said.
Okay, so what are you saying then?
I said in my Nene Leaks voice, I said
Oh, yeah.
if I go to a crawfish boil, I'm not gonna eat the crawfish, but I will eat the corn and the potatoes.
Okay.
Her brother is there and probably peel them for her,
but if somebody was to peel them for you, would you eat it?
Yeah.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah, bougie.
That's not bougie.
Bougie.
Work smarter, not harder.
Nah, you bougie.
Girl, please. No, I'm really not. I'm not there. I'm not there.
Uh-huh. You that boy. Wait. Bulgaria. How do you spell the traditional spelling of it?
Of what?
Of bougie. You know, it ain't like we spell
it. Bourgeois.
She bougetto. She bougie and ghetto.
Now listen, I'll stand on that. Bougetto, yes.
She boo country. Girl, she boo country. Boo country.
I even go a step further and say I'm like sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, sophisticated.
You sophisticated and you ratchet at the same time.
Yes, I can still do and say some ratchet ass shit.
Okay. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I love that for me.
So, thanks for everybody that's coming in. What up, Cap? So let's get back to the topic. Of course, Cap gonna come in and say, yes, a man can love a woman because I love you, Tay. Okay,
ooh, okay.
Whatever.
Shoot.
Yeah, sure. But I've grown a lot, Cap, and I've been through that because y'all men, y'all say whatever it is y'all want to say out y'all mouth, just to get what you can get, and then at the end of the day, it is what it is.
We don't say women don't do that.
I don't feel like we necessarily do. Like if I want to speak for like majority of us, I feel like majority of us don't really say stuff to get what we can get because most of the time we're emotional. We come from the heart. So if we don't really like you or whatever, we're not gonna deal. We're not gonna deal with you. We're not gonna say whatever it is that we want to say. Men could not like you and still fuck with you. They will have sex with you. I feel like, yeah, some women will. But if you want to speak like majority of women, I just feel like majority of women, no, we don't. We're not going to sit around and waste our time with somebody that, we don't like. And men will do that. Fair. So this is the topic. Can men truly love a woman? And I want to hear your perspective. You want me to start with you, OG, or AJ?
No, go start with AJ.
You gotta give it context though. You gotta give them what sparked the thought.
So you all want me to play the okay, so we're gonna play a video because what sparked this conversation is I saw on my TikTok this lady and a question was asked to her, and so I'm gonna present the video, and we can talk about it, right? I have another video as well after this, if y'all want to see that, and we can discuss that as well. Okay.
All right.
Real love can exist between a man and a woman? No, men are not capable of love. No, Men are incapable of love. This is my whole thing.
So that's your whole spiel.
Yeah, that's my whole spin. Men are not capable of love. Men are codependent by nature. By nature, they are codependent. Scientific studies even show that boys are attached more to their mothers than girls. They are more emotionally reactive. They need more care. Boys are much harder to raise than girls. And men have a problem with I'm gonna do y'all a solid. Y'all, it's out there. Google fragile male. It's a PubMed article. Research in the government's database. Research fragile male and testosterone and aggression in men. Right? Men are codependent by nature. It takes more to care for a boy child. Now, if that was not true, because I know he about ready to say something. If that wasn't true, nobody would keep saying, well, it's the single mothers raising the boys. Men know boys are harder to raise than girls. You know that. Boys need control mechanisms. And if you don't control them, and when that testosterone start kicking in, something in the brain, males do not respect women or the authority. You need some male or quote unquote alpha male to control that testosterone in that male child. That's a fact. Males are harder to raise than girls. So because of that, they are codependent. If you don't kick a male out of your house, he's going to get lax, and that cord is going to stay attached. And he's going to be looking for women to replace his mother. If you don't, he's going to be upset. Men have to sink or swim, right? And because of that reality of the male, it prevents him from ever getting into a higher place of love, because men operate from the waist down.
Y'all still there?
Well, I wish I could show y'all the actual video of her.
So I'll say this: this is only just a small piece of her thought process, but in a lot of her videos, I think her name is Queen Maker on TikTok. It's her really echoing a lot of the experiences of the Black woman dating in current time. And if you think about it, like, like these men will sit there and put their friend above showing up for important events for the woman they love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always, I don't know, like, as I've gotten older, I've seen men kind of look at women more as a means to an end, like almost like object or a possession, rather than a being that they want to connect. And I can't think of anybody right off the cuff that was just like, oh my God, I want to mentally and emotionally connect with you. It's always been something physical, on a physical tip.
You're going out a little bit. Is it just me, Reese, or she going in and out a little bit?
She is.
What did y'all catch? What all did y'all catch?
I heard most of it, but you are going in and out somewhere.
Yeah, I heard, most of it. Marlene said, I don't believe a man can love a woman, at least one woman.
Mm.
So basically sum up how you feel about that, Amber.
I mean, like, what she says makes sense. It's not just this particular audio. Like, you literally have to go down and go to her TikTok, listen to like a collection of her videos, because she really echoes and lays out why her thought process is the way it is. And when she lays out things like, okay, you know, why would, if someone loves you, why would they try to keep you in a state of confusion? When you love someone, aren't you trying to nurture them, make them feel good, put them at peace, make sure that being around you is a space of peace? Whereas like in the current dating atmosphere, it's like these men always want to keep us confused, on our toes, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so we never really know them or what they're doing or what they got going on. Like they keep us in that state of confusion to keep us under control. And that's not love. And I can only speak to my experience. Coco, is your screen frozen?
No. Why?
Because yeah, like if we need your opinion.
So I disagree. I don't think this is true at all, that a man can't love a woman. Obviously there are always bad apples out here in the world. But collectively I don't see it. Do I believe that confusion and trying to play the game and be a player or whatever, is that part of it, and do some people use it as a control mechanism? Absolutely. But by and far, um I don't believe that. I absolutely do believe that a man can love a woman. I think that we're all imperfect as people. Um and I'll just go back to the video. I have a lot of questions. So one, I've never seen this individual, and I would have to go watch some more of her content, because this is me just speaking off of just hearing something, without hearing anything else that she's done, because I didn't even know this individual was a creator. Had literally had y'all not brought this up to me tonight, I would have never known any of this existed. So there's that. Um, But I have questions about her and where this belief comes from. Like, what what led her to this point? Like, what how did she arrive at this statement? So, um, I need to know more about how she got here and why she's saying that. Um, to even really further discuss why I disagree, but just wholeheartedly on the face of it, I do.
Well, even in the video, she does reference a research article conducted by the government saying that testosterone, you know, like just the testosterone, and I'm not talking about like familial relationships, because I've seen men treat their family members like queens, then treat the women they're dealing with like trash. Um, so it's not saying in general, but it's in a romantic sense. Like, I think at a certain point, I think that romantic is just something, a means to an end. I don't think that's anything that comes naturally to them. Now, as far as whether, like, what brought her to that point, I'm not certain. We'll have to wait for Tay to come back up to see if maybe she knows more of her history. But, um, I mean, I can say that, like, of the few videos I watched, I was able to follow along and it made sense.
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm not on that same island with y'all. Um, like I said, I'd have to have more context myself personally, but I think it's wild. I do think it's possible for men to love a woman romantically, and to say, when she brought up the point about men only think below the belt, below their waist. I mean, I think that's an unfair statement. Um, are men visual creatures? Sure. Uh, just as women are emotional creatures. Um, but I don't think that that negates their ability to love. And then referencing the government article, quite honestly, I don't give a fuck. Respectfully, because there have been umpteen other things that have been backed by the government research, all this other bullshit, and it's been exactly that, some bullshit. So yeah, no, a government backed article talking about, you know, testosterone and people being able to love and all this other bullshit, I'm not going for it.
Okay, let's bring it down to a personal level. I can say I have never been loved the way I feel like love is supposed to be. I can say that I have dealt with people who were in some way emotionally absent or closed off to a certain extent. Can you say that you, in your almost 30 years on this earth, that you have been genuinely and completely loved by a romantic?
No, but I factor into that too.
Yeah. Well, I haven't either, and it's not for lack of not wanting it or not investing in it, trying to get it there. It's for lack of, no, not ever attracting a person who's on that level. When I say on that level, I mean on that level of vulnerable and loving. Like they all want to be macho men.
I don't even think it's all. I think this is such a layered. This part of it is such a layered conversation and layered topics, and there's a lot of nuance to it. Because now it depends on what age group you're talking about, who you like and who you want to date. Because, excuse me, a lot of younger guys, and I'm not talking. When I say younger, I'm not talking about like mid and early 20s. I'm talking about even like, mid 20s, not like late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s. I'm talking about that particular group. I'll even maybe venture in the early 40s. I think this is a particular group of people, but specifically men, that now we're talking about a lot of mental health issues and things that affect men emotionally. And 15, 20 years ago, it wasn't cool to talk about any of that because it was taboo. And people were looking at men like, oh, you're a man, suck it up. You can't show your real feelings. It's not safe, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And in certain spaces and to a certain extent, it still is today. It's still not safe today for some of them. So I think we're in a space now where people are starting to unpack traumas. They're starting to unpack how they feel and explore why they have trouble expressing certain emotions, why they have trouble expressing themselves in certain situations. And it's a healing journey. So I don't think it's that people are incapable or that or anything like that. I think it's the fact that this particular group, we are in a state of such a major state of change, because some of the things that we talk about today as far as relationships and how you deal with things personally, it wasn't conversational topic. It wasn't a conversational topic 15 years ago.
Okay, so if a man can love a woman, in your opinion, yes, why do you feel you never experienced? Why do you feel I never experienced it? Why do you feel so many Black women have never experienced truly being loved?
So I don't want to. I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for myself, and I can tell you why I think Black women collectively maybe feel that way. So I'll start with Black women. So we all know that like I always say, I feel like I've said it every show relating to something for the past few weeks. It all goes back to what? Slavery. Black women, while we have been the backbone for a lot of things in society, a lot of movements, a lot of change, progress, society still tries to make us seem like, or make our demographic appear to be the least attractive, and that narrative is very much so out there. That came out an article about that came out some years ago, how Black women were the least likely to get married. Okay. And it's for any number of things, just racism itself, discrimination. When you talk about appearance and beauty standards, you take the way Black women look and it's juxtaposed against the European beauty standards. We will never look the same because that's just not who we are. So I think there's a lot to why maybe Black women collectively haven't experienced it. And that could quite honestly be somebody's dissertation. But me personally, I'll say this: I don't think I haven't necessarily experienced it because the people around me aren't capable, or the young men I know aren't capable of it. Some of it's just it's been the stage I've been in. Quite honestly, probably up until now, previous to now, I probably wasn't ready for it. Some of the men, some of the guys, some of the being that I dealt with, my age, a little bit older, probably not ready for it, and I think that when you're in a space of not being mature enough to handle something, you fumble things, you act a certain way, you do certain things that you maybe wouldn't do, 5 to 7, 10 years down the road.
I don't feel like it's my problem to tell somebody they need to go get counseling to unpack their trauma. Like, if I'm coming to a situation and I'm putting love ahead, and this person is coming to the situation and they putting pride ahead of them, regardless of whether they're putting pride ahead of them because they think they're God's gift to women, or because they got unhealed emotional or psychological trauma, or they're really ill, that's not my fucking problem.
I agree with you. It's not. But I think you have to know. You have to know that to be able to clock it and say, you know what, we're in two different places. We're on two different playing fields, and if you're on two different playing fields, you can't play on the same team. So no, it's not your problem, but you have to be able to clock it and see it and know to walk away.
Right, but then you'll just be walking away eternally because that's what's popular. Like, this emotionally, like, I don't know, like, how plugged in, like, how plugged into the culture, you may feel like in regards, but it's cool for them to act nonchalant and what's the word when indifferent in relationships. That's what they seek to achieve. They seek to be that because they don't want to look like, or they don't want to look like that. Regardless of their reasons, they're doing it and traumatized.
I mean, I'll say this. Yes, we all have issues. Yes, that is popular for out here about trying to see who cares the least. But at the end of the day, none of us are perfect, and by no means am I saying that you have to settle for somebody who is indifferent towards you. Because I've always said, a man that's indifferent toward me, if you act like you don't like me, I'm not gonna sit up here and guesstimate about what you want. Because if you act like you don't want me, I'm gonna assume that's your answer, and I'm out. I'm quick to pew out of niggas' life.
That's me.
Left to you.
That's me. That's me.
That's me all day.
I don't like to guess. I don't like to think. If I don't like to feel like I'm not wanted. You know what I'm saying? You ever make me feel like that? That's all you gotta do is make me feel like I'm not wanted. I'm gone. I'm not gonna think twice, because people are finicky nowadays. They act one way and then they act another way. So, girl, I completely agree with you. I be just like that.
Out of nigga life. Like, you don't want to talk to me? Cool, bye. You feel like you indifferent. I don't know how I feel about you. Cool, that's an answer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. Goodbye. But my point being in all of that is that at the end of the day, none of us are perfect people, and I'm not advocating for settling just to have a significant other. I will never be that girl to say that. But it all comes down to, somebody told me this before, and it's true. You have to find somebody or people, whatever your preference is, however your relationships look, who is on the same level as you and you know y'all are actively trying to work through y'all shit, not somebody who's just like, oh, I'm just cool, I want to be indifferent. Yeah, you don't have, it didn't have to be eternally walking away. I'm saying walk away from stuff that's just people who are absolutely not willing to take accountability for the shit that they bring to the table.
And
That's what I'm saying walk away from.
I agree with that. While I'm not good at walking away, I can tell you I've known Tay since probably what 2004, 5, 04, something like that. And she's always been that way. But she has a mirrored experience. Like she's quick to walk away from a situation that no longer serves her. But it's like no matter how much self-work you do, no matter how much self-alignment you do, it's always somebody out there trying to throw out the bait and shit. And it's exhausting.
It is. I'm not gonna lie and tell you it's not, because I'm real good. I'm real good for taking breaks from men.
Here.
And they don't do what?
No, I was just agreeing with you. What's up? If they make it, I eat it. What's going on? I ain't seen you. I seen the message. I'm gonna hit you up though. I'm gonna hit you up for sure. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Coco. I mean,
Cool. No, it is exhausting, AJ. I'm real good for saying I'll take me a break from dealing with any of this. I will take a break. One thing about me, I will take a break in a minute from dating and from men. I will just get in my own little cut and mind my business and go collect my checks real quick.
I'm tired of you niggas.
I don't ever say that, but sometimes I get tired. I get tired of the bullshit I see. But then sometimes I have to ask myself, is it what I see, or is it me? Am I somehow contributing to that?
I'm tired of you niggas. It ain't me. It ain't me.
It ain't me.
Because I am the shit. Like I elevate your life. So it ain't me. I'm tired of you fuck ass niggas. That's what I'm tired of.
Ooh, no, throw the glass up on that. On top of that,
not you fuck ass niggas. Oh man, but again, I think this is a loaded topic, quite honestly, because you could go about 17 different ways answering it. But everything for me still runs back to the fact that I absolutely do think it's possible for a man to love a woman. Because honestly, a man could come up here on the panel and be like, hey, well, you can flip this question the other way around.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question. Real, think fast. Do you know off the top of the dome 3 couples your age that are thriving and in a healthy relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. Why? What you want me to do with that piece of information?
Well, no, I'm just curious. I mean, because it's easy to see that from the outside looking inside or outside looking in, but the nuances, like, I mean, you know, like I can think of every relationship I had. I looked happy in public too. Hell. Tay, was I walking around with a smile on my face while that was stressing me to out? Was I not? Both of them. Was I not still cheery and happy even though they was running my feelings through a blender and then pureeing it? Was I? It ain't affect my energy. I was still me.
Oh my God.
It did affect you though, clearly.
Yeah.
What's up, Miss 702? Thank you for coming in. If they make it, I eat it. He talking about damn, left my ass out. Hey, we pulling out our true feelings, how we really feel out here, okay? So look, this is another thing that she spoke about. Now let me say, do I truly feel like men can love a woman the way that she needs to? I'm not going to totally agree with her 100%, but if we want to speak majority, I feel like no. Because the reason why I say that is because men only, I feel like men only do what needs to be done to get what they want. You get what I'm saying? So if it's like he's perpetrating in your face or he's acting a certain way in your face. So he's only gonna give you money or do this or do that because he wants something at the end of the day. So I don't personally feel like a man can truly love a woman because women we love differently from men. When we love like we are like emotional beings. We truly, truly love. I feel like for a man, I feel like a man can't love the way that we love. That's just truly how I feel. And I was gonna say something else. Um, I just I feel like majority of the population of men they can't love they can't love. And also too is what I noticed too is that like when you tell a man something that you want, like you could be like, um, I want this or I want that, right? He gonna go out and get you what he think you want, not what you said you want. Because I've had men do that before. Like they'll go give you, say like you say, I like this type of purse, but he'll go give you a whole different brand of type of purse. And it's like, nigga, that's not what I asked for. But he'll give you what he wants to give you, So that be the issue too.
We got Coco on Hush Mouth. She been on Hush Mouth. Look at her.
Right. Why you
So
looking like that?
confused.
What?
You look so confused.
I'm not confused at all.
You look, I mean, or bewildered, or I don't know what that look is.
I'm not bewildered. I was listening.
I mean, it looked like your screen was frozen. Again, it's looked like that a couple times.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just telling the truth, Coco. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying.
Bang, bang, bang. So I'm gonna roll back to what Tay was talking about, where she said, "You said men will get what they think that you like."
Tay, the camera's on. Tay, the camera's on. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just.
Oh, my bad. Thank you. I'm just changing areas of where I'm at.
No, you're good.
With it.
I knew you didn't want that on there, so I was just.
Oh, because it was gonna be some ass, probably.
Shut up.
They call it to ask her why they call it Tay Cheeks.
It probably would have been some ass, but thank y'all for saving me because I done damn near show my ass on here.
Damn near.
Damn near.
Damn near.
It's not like you did.
Aaron, shut up.
Tay Cheeks.
That's what word call it, Tay Cheeks.
So, I'm gonna go back to say where Tay was talking about men get what they think that you'll like. Honestly, listen, I'm not saying I'm not shorting men on intelligence here, but when it comes to shit that they don't be fooling with, a lot of times some of them doing the best they can. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Now I will say the things that I have been given by men is always shit that I like. But that comes down to people paying attention to you and being able to transfer when you say, "Oh, I like something like this," and they can look at it and be like, "Okay, well, let me try and find something similar." Or either they really paying attention to you well, or they got a homegirl or a mama, a sister, a cousin, somebody in the cut that's like, "Hey, look, this is what she showed me. Help me pick something out." They got somebody in the corner to help them.
No, men give you what they want to give you. because they're spending their money and they feel as though, hey, I want to give you, if you say, okay, I like a Louis Vuitton purse, and he want to give you, Amber, you remember this video I sent you, right? And this was on I don't know if y'all watch Steve Harvey Judge show.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if you watched the video, Amber, but I sent you the little clip, right, of the
I
video.
did.
And the video was, the woman said she wanted a Louis Vuitton purse. He said he told her something like, pick something special because you're special. She sent him a picture of the Louis Vuitton purse. He went to go see the Louis Vuitton purse. It was $4,000. But in his words, he said, I went to go see this thin purse. And he felt like because it was thin, he wasn't going to buy it. It don't matter if it's thin. That's what she wants. You know what I mean? You ask her to pick something out that she wants, and you decided on your own when you went to go see the purse, oh, it's thin, it's not worth it, and now you don't want to get the purse. That's my main point is that sometimes men will get you what they feel like you what they want to give you, regardless of what you want.
And Steve Harvey schooled that dude too.
Right.
Honestly,
And she sat up and said, but I take care of your kids or something like that,
She's
right,
like,
Amber?
she's not gonna take care of the bag. She's gonna tear it up. She's not gonna take care of it. She's like, oh, but I take care of your kids though.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna hold y'all. This motherfucker was lying on TV because it really didn't have shit to do with the purse being thin. The man he ain't had the money for it. Listen,
Do
y'all
you
gonna
think that she was with this man? She got kids about this man, and he don't have the money, and she would send him a purse that he don't have the money for? No.
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 He said
What
pick
it
something else.
was she's been with this man for years, didn't it seem like, Amber?
Yeah.
She been with this man for years, got this man kids.
That
She
purse.
know what the hell he got. She know what he got. What it is he don't want to spend the money. It all goes back to what I said. Men want to give you what they want to give you. Not, you know what I'm saying? What's a slew foot? It all goes back to what I said. I'm telling you. You don't think it's true or anything like that, but I'm telling you, men give you what they want to give you.
I'm from the show me.
Sometimes.
I'm from the show me state. If a man can truly love a woman the way that a woman deserves to be loved, then I need to see it because I ain't seen it.
Have you ever seen it, Reese? Have you ever been with a man and he's truly loved you the way that you wanted to be loved?
I answered this question already. No.
Okay, you sitting up here fighting so hard for these busted ass niggas. Get the fuck out of here. I don't even know why you even on this motherfucker fighting so hard for them like that.
Did you say for these busted ass?
Busted. Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I'll say this: just because I have not necessarily experienced that, doesn't mean that they're incapable. Because I factor into some of that. Like I said, I'm to what 29, and some people be married and got whole families by 29, and that's cool. But I'll say this: at a previous point in my life, I'll just say my 20s, like I wasn't ready for that. Like, and what I thought was love 6 years ago, I don't think that today. So like, it's not for the lack of probably being able to have the experience. I wasn't ready.
Right. So the Legend of Oz makes a good question, and he says the real question is, do women love? Now the topic is, can men truly love? So you can't really turn it around, but we'll go ahead and answer the question anyway. The real question is, do women love? I feel like that. I'm not trying to be funny, but I just feel like it's obvious. Yes. Like, women are emotional beings. So I truly feel like, yeah, we can love. We can love way more better than men.
I mean, especially being that they got a child who they go through excruciating pain trying to have, and then still love that child that caused all that pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's obvious. Women are nurturers by nature.
Right. So of course we can truly love. The question is, can man truly love? Because a man could be with you and be with your kids, and then he'll fucking leave. He'll be with your kids for years and be with you, and then leave, the kids that she was with and stuff like that. Like, girl, it just be a trip. It
The
really be
Legend
a trip.
of
And
Oz,
he act like he don't even know your kids. You
yep,
know what I'm saying?
The Legend of Oz said men can only love once. Man,
Ooh, I want to know more about that Legend of Oz. What you mean? Only once? Why once? I got questions. Do you believe that, Amber? Men can only love once.
I don't know about the number because I'm still not convinced they can love.
I don't know if it's once. Because you see, not that getting married necessarily represents being in love, because sometimes it don't be that. But I feel like, I feel like they can love more than once. But that's me speaking from on the outside looking in. I'm
All right.
about to say, you see plenty of men get married 2, 3, get married 2, 3, 4, and 7 times. So hell, I ain't always for love though. So
Okay, so I have another video I want to share. I
okay.
hate that y'all can't see the video. You can only hear the audio. I want y'all to see the actual girl, but whatever. I guess we'll work through it. A man can only love once. Women can love more than once. Once a man is hurt, it's over. Man can only love once. I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if
if I
I
agree with
agree
that.
with that statement. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that statement. A man can only love once.
I'm still laughing at you, Tay, talking about why you fight so hard.
You are hard for these busted ass niggas. I don't understand. What
Because
you doing hard for?
I believe it's possible. I believe that
Yeah,
it's
matter of
possible.
factly, because once you learn.
She a fairy tale girl.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm really not. I'm realistic, really, as they come. But I don't want to be. I'm real big on like what you being careful about what you speak. So I don't want to say like men not capable of love, knowing that I hope to be married one day, and I don't want to walk down the aisle and a motherfucker just like, oh, I'm doing this out of settling. Like, I would rather not do it. But if I'm gonna do it, I want you to be like, you know what? Like, this is who I was talking to God about. I was asking God about this type of woman, this type of relationship. Like, I want it to be on that type of shit. So I don't want to speak and say if they can't, but that's what I seek.
Okay. So we're gonna listen to this audio, and it kind of goes with what you're saying in a way. She kind of touches on that topic, I believe. So we're gonna listen to this really quick. And I don't have the actual video because I don't know why, for some reason it just does not show up. I hate that. But yeah, so we'll just share it real quick. What's up to everybody in the chat? Appreciate y'all for dropping in. And video play. No. And we're just gonna watch this real quick. Let me know if y'all can't hear it.
Yeah, matter of factly, because once you learn the nature of a man and once you learn his motivations, it's idiotic for him not to be paying 100%. And every man deeply knows that, man, this bitch stupid for going 50-50. She's stupid. They know that because the male knows that he ain't bringing a goddamn thing to the table. He know that the woman is the value. Everything, the family, the kids, the access to sex, stuff that he would not have access to. The male needs the woman for so many things. His life depends on it. Men experience inflammation, physical pain when they break up from women. When women leave men, it's a different thing for a man to break up when they break up. A man hurts physically. A man experiences inflammation by living alone for an extended period of time. It hurts them. This thing with men, they need women. The very fact that men need women as bad as they need them, they better be paying. They better be paying. And if they ain't paying, you ain't got no business talking to them at all. Because they come to take. They don't come to give. They come to take. And they try to make you think that you ain't the value. And they know good and goddamn well that you are. They know it.
What would you say if Kevin Samuels was sitting right in front of you? Right?
The same thing. And I would say the same thing, because here's the thing. Kevin knew that. He tried to talk to males. Listen, how you gonna say that? How you gonna sit up here and make a video and teach dudes how to wash the crack of their ass, and then turn around and tell him that they need to go 50-50? Now, nigga, you can't even wash the crack of your ass. You gotta come up with 100. If you want me to wash them dirty ass drawers that you got.
I'm hollering. Wait, this wasn't the video, right? This was not the video.
Wait,
That was hilarious.
hold
The
on.
end was factual.
But wait a minute. Kevin Samuels made a video teaching men how to wash the crack of their ass.
Yeah, before Kevin Samuel started getting on women, black women, he used to teach men how to do, like, how to shave, like how to groom, how to keep yourself up. If you go back to his page and you go to his old videos, his videos were based on males. Kevin Samuels didn't blow up until he started dealing with black women. He started, putting black women in the mix. Until then, Kevin Samuels was teaching men how to wipe their butt, teaching men about cologne, teaching men how to shave, teaching men about ties, teaching men how to dress, things like that. He was. But that wasn't the video I was trying to show y'all. I think it's this one.
I know that man dead, but it's off topic, but it really irritates me that he didn't jump off until he started, like, low key.
So you say she had a couple kids already?
What happened?
I said I don't like that he blew up because he started shitting on black women.
Yep, and that's really how he blew up.
And I feel like that's how a lot of people blow up, because they start talking about, they talking about black women. Like, suck my ass.
Yeah, a matter of fact, because.
Yep, I hate to say it, but that's really how they blew up. I don't have it. I thought I had it.
Real love can't exist between them.
Oh, let me see if maybe I can find it real quick. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I gotta look at this real quick. Hold on.
Dub said good night.
Good night, Dubs. What you doing? You driving or what? You driving, Dubs? Hold on, y'all.
Not Sloop talking about he only loved one. He really only loved one woman. The rest are along for the ride. Help us.
Girl, I seen that.
Sloop, if you still here at the function with us, why do you feel like you never loved again after that particular woman? What was so special about that relationship? Like, I just want to know. I'm nosy.
What did you say?
I was reading through the comments and I seen where Slewfoot Slim had said he only ever really loved one woman, and the rest, anybody after her, was just along for the ride. So I was asking, what was so special about her or that relationship that he never loved again?
Okay, so while he talking about that, we're going to take a look at this video. This is the real one. I want you to take a look at that. I said that goes along with what you said. I believe it does. And you actually get to see her face, I think. So this is it. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I just talked to my dad.
And your mom?
Yeah.
So you was raised all the way up with your mom.
See what y'all looking for. See what y'all looking for is subjectivity, right? My dad, like I told you, my dad was military. He was in the military for 20 years, Navy, right? And I had a mentor also at 16 years old who was a political activist, right? The majority of people who I've been around have been male, right? What we want to have is a subjective conversation that, oh, you know what? You only think like this because you didn't have a dad in your life. You didn't have no positive male role models. This ain't got nothing to do with me personally, because the evidence and the research is out there. I listen to males every day. I hear y'all talking. We want respect. Let me tell you, all the male talks about is what he need and what he want. It ain't never about what he gives. Just listen to a male. Just listen to him. Is that love? If I come to you and say, hey, I want you to do this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Do you feel love if I tell you everything that I want from you? I'm speaking to you specifically.
Oh, specifically, I'm not anybody you're talking.
Oh, no. I was talking about the lady.
Oh,
yeah, because she.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat it?
Yes. If I came to you and just told you everything I wanted from you, right? I want you to keep your mouth shut. I just want you to be in the kitchen. I want respect. I want this. I want this. I want this for you to be. Would you feel love?
No.
Men always tell you we don't love like a woman loves. Let me tell you something. It ain't but one love. It ain't a million different loves. It's one love, and men ain't capable of it. Get back here.
Yeah, no. So my question was, so you feel like a man cannot be in love with a woman?
No, he can't. No.
So you don't think a man has never loved a woman?
No. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think love is a feeling?
Well, yeah, I want you to explain what your definition of love is.
Because the majority of people think love is a feeling. Love is not a feeling.
Love is action.
No, love is not an action either. Let me ask you this question, right? I'm probably giving away too much game, but no, seriously, right? Let me give you an example. If you go fishing, right? The key to fishing is give bait, right?
Yeah.
Give something to get something.
Yeah.
You giving the fish, that's an action to give, because one of the 5 love languages, receiving gifts. If you give somebody something and your intent is to trap them, to deceive them and lure them into a place, how do you know if the action that is being performed unto you is an action rooted in love or deception? How do you know that?
How you don't know?
So that kind of touched on, I believe, what you was talking about, right, Rissy? Like, did you? I know that was a lot. That was a lot.
Rissy is something else.
She shocked. It's a lot to take in.
Why
Wait,
did you say it was something else, AJ?
Because your screen looked frozen again.
It is a lot to take. It is a lot to absorb. I'm not gonna no cap. A lot to absorb.
Hey, Jazz.
Going on,
Hey, Jay. What?
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So she said, if you fish and you take a bait and you out there. So he said love is not an action. Love is a concept of the mind. So if somebody is, if you're going fishing and you have to give a bait out to get a fish, right? So basically, how do you know if this person is truly here for love or if they just then bamboozle you? You want to finish watching it?
Sure, we can.
Amber, you got anything to say?
No, I don't, because I mean, she ain't wrong.
I love watching Priscilla. I got to get her book. Okay.
I'm not saying that I'm giving up, but I'm simply saying I've yet to experience it. So, I mean, she's pretty much reading my book. But go ahead.
Okay, y'all want to finish? Okay, we can finish it. Thank y'all for dropping in. We're just listening to her.
Right. So love cannot be an action in and of itself because actions can be deceptive.
Facts. And the meaning and the intention could change.
Okay.
Right.
So love is not an action either. It ain't an emotion.
So what's love?
But see, here's the thing. 99% of the people on planet Earth don't have a clue what love is. Love is not a concept of the heart. Love is a concept of the mind. And it has everything to do with your intentions behind the actions. So the male's intention of the woman ain't never about what's beneficial for her. Everything that he does is for self-gratification. Ain't never got nothing to do with what is mentally, emotionally, or spiritually beneficial or fulfilling for that woman. Everything that a man talk about is I want to strip everything that you are at your core away and make you somebody that I need. Yeah, I did.
So, have any of us ever experienced that before? Have you ever been with somebody and they pretty much strip, they don't like your hair, or they don't like this, or they don't like that, and they want to see you a certain way?
I've not had that particular experience, but it comes in the form of suggestions like, oh, well, why don't you try this? Or why don't you try this?
That's the same thing. If it
Or,
comes to suggestions, it's the same thing. It's just they suggesting it. They're not happy with the way that you look, or so that plays on what she's saying then, right? Because I've had people do that to me. I've had men do that. Are you sure? I'm thrown off, Coco. Is it you not understanding the video? Or...
No, I understand the video 100%. I'm soaking her in and her viewpoint. To answer your question, yes, I have been on the receiving end of somebody not liking my appearance. Now the kicker for me is that I don't deal with that. So, and it wasn't a suggestion type bullshit. It was just like outright like, oh, well, you should do this or you should do that. You should eat a dick, motherfucker. Like,
not right.
You should suck my ass. Like, that's what you should do. You should go to hell. You shouldn't exist. So yeah, I have been on that. I've been on that end of it. But I mean, by and far, after the experience I had with him, like, was I expecting that man to love me, quote unquote? Fuck no. He had some issues that I think he didn't realize he had because he had already been divorced some years before. And I'm like, dude, you keep talking about how it's always the women, it's you. Because what academics tells us, if I ain't learned shit else from the schoolhouse, I learned this. When something occurs 3 times or more, it can then be referred to as data. And in academics, you can use it for statistical purposes. So if you come as a person to me having a conversation and you say, oh, well, I have dated or I've been with this X 3 women in the past or 3 men in the past, and it just never worked out because they all do insert whatever action you deem unacceptable. It's not about them. It's something on you. It's you. It's you, beloved. So yes, I have.
It's you, beloved.
It's you, beloved. So yes, I have been in that, but I mean, I don't look at that in the term of thinking that men aren't capable of love. I just think that motherfucker is sick.
Okay, so Jazz, I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing me out, girl. So I would love, we got Cat Daddy in the building, right? And we had other people in here too, I believe. But the fact that Cat Daddy said yes, men can truly love a woman. That's what he truly
Thank
feels.
you, Cat Daddy.
So he is a man in the building that feels like men can truly love a woman, right? So I want to ask you this, Cat Daddy. Now that you feel like, okay, a woman can truly love, I mean, a man could truly love a woman, do you feel like the way a woman love, a man can love as well? I want to see if you can, answer that. Was that clear what I was saying? He said, "Hey, ladies, what's up?"
He told me he said you're welcome because I said thank you.
I had seen a man love a woman, but I would say of 100 men, maybe 20 or 15% really love they women. Yeah, because that's how I kind of feel. That's how I kind of feel, Jazz. I don't feel like I don't want to be like her and say men can't love a woman at all, but I feel like the percentage is low.
I feel like that's high. That's underestimated.
Well, that's you.
Well, that's you.
Thank you, Jazz. You are very welcome. LOL. It's a very small amount of men. Right. I'm with you, Jazz. That's how I feel. I don't feel like it's a lot of them that could truly love like that.
Jazz, why do you feel
Really
like
don't, because if you think about it, me always be wanting something. Men always be wanting, like she said in the video, men always be wanting something, and men be lying too.
and
Lying
women
to
don't?
people they can get. We do, but I feel like the ones that lie, they just playing, they out there, they playing the field, they running game. Probably because they done been ran game on so many times that now they just out there running game because they didn't caught on. Men have done it to them. But truly, man, let's be honest. Women ain't real women, not raunchy women. Real women ain't out there just like running game like that, just telling men certain things. Because I don't know, for me, I'm just type of woman, I ain't gonna deal with you. But guess what? A man will deal with you. A man won't even like you, but he gonna fuck you. He gonna still talk to you on the phone every now and then. He might not talk to you like all the time, but he'll still talk to you, and he won't even fucking like you. He could be liking dick and still be talking to you.
Oh my God.
Damn.
I know
Jay.
it's the truth. I'm lying.
Oh my God.
Am I lying?
No, there's no cap in your rap.
I'm just saying, when you hear a lie, let me know.
Cat Daddy, there he go, Cat Daddy. Thank you, sir. Cause I've been in here fighting for my life tonight.
He said she fighting for some shit she ain't even never experienced. But anywho, I ain't even gonna go there.
AJ, what?
Yeah, but Cat Daddy say bingo, winner, chicken dinner. I think we'd be wise to not expect men and women to love in the same way.
We don't.
Right.
How do you define love, Cat Daddy?
Yeah, what's your thing? What's your thing of love? How do you define love? If any of y'all on the panel want to say that. What's up, realist?
AJ.
Cat Daddy, do you feel women love more? Women be on the same shit, Tay. Come on now.
That's all I've been trying.
I'm telling you, we do sometimes, but we get that shit from y'all. So what? We get that from y'all.
Agree with Priscilla. It's a mental construct, and it consists of a lot of different elements. Like, love is not just one thing, it's a ongoing collection of things.
And men try to do the bare minimum to get what they can get. That's why they don't do. That's why women are always complaining, because they don't do the dishes, they don't clean up. You know what I mean? They don't do everything that they need to do. Men will do the bare just to get by.
I ain't gonna hold you. I done the bare minimum with some of these cats out here. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm better today. But you know, I have been part of the trifling gang.
I mean, but to me, that kind of just like, it's already established that women are nurturing and women are loving by nature. Now, if you already deemed that this was somebody that you wasn't gonna take serious, that's one thing. But in a way, it dies the message, because we know you're capable of love. Now, are you picky with who you will show that affection to? Probably. But we're talking about capabilities here, you know, and it's not a question that a woman is capable. We know a woman is capable. It's like, is a man really capable of not putting his own needs before someone else? Because a woman is expected to put everybody else's needs before her. So if the man is looking out for the man and the woman is looking out for the man, who's looking out for the woman?
Girl, big girl. Oh, you said a word. You said a word.
No, she didn't.
You better preach now.
No, she didn't.
She said a word. Yes, she did.
I'm just playing. Again, my direct answer to the question that you put in there would be like, yes, there are men who are absolutely capable and do put other
Coco
people.
is trying to fight for you niggas so tough, but she ain't even experienced the shit yet.
And
I know it's possible.
And he said that love is something I do. It's not explaining what the definition of, and that's why so many people get to wiggle out of actually showing true, genuine love, because they can't define it.
But I think he's trying to say that for him, love is an action, and I disagree with her. Priscilla.
She said love is not an action.
I don't believe that.
Y'all want to play the little part where she was saying love is not an action?
I remember her saying it. I don't agree with that.
It's a concept.
Love consists, I mean, people want to sit there and try to drill it down to one thing or another. Well, you know what? Okay, I got time before these melatonin kick in.
Bitch, we got time. Come on.
Let me tell you something. There are many elements. Now, I didn't even prepare this ahead of time, so I don't know how long it's gonna drag out. But listen here, I need to feel protected. I need to feel validated. Right now, feeling protected and feeling validated is something that you should feel in yourself before you even get in a relationship. But that's not to scapegoat the other person from, being willing to show that love, that support, that validation that you need, whether it's something that they do by default or not. Somebody simply getting up, cooking you breakfast, or filling your car up with gas, that's fucking routine. That ain't love. Love is a combination of things. It's not just, it's emotional, mental, physical security. It's a combination of things. So to say it's an action is just,
it wouldn't be just an action. So that, because if it's just an action, then men would say, well, I pay the bills, I love you.
They say that.
Yeah, and they feel like that's it. That's all they do. And then they don't give you the emotional side, or they don't do other things. That's exactly what Amber is saying. It's more to it than just action.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for 2 minutes. So you just said men will say, oh, I pay the bills, and they think that's love, because it has been ingrained in men since the inception of time that they are to be providers, and it didn't become cool, quote unquote, until here in the past couple years for men to actually start exploring, talking about, and acknowledging how they feel about things outside of shit that is presumed to be masculine. Because think about this: 7-10 years ago, were it was anybody talking about mental health really? Were we talking about how does that make you feel? Did you hear the word trauma as much as you do today? No.
Probably not. No.
You don't. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not making an excuse for it because at the end of the day, you need to be able, if you're going to be with somebody, you need to be able to show them love in all the ways that they receive it, vice versa. So, being emotionally stunted, like that's something you have to work on as an individual. But I'm just saying, it's been so conditioned into men to, you do, you go, you solve problems. Like that's what you do. They don't know how to
Yeah, so because so you're saying it's okay the fact that they pay bills, but it's okay that they don't attend to you emotionally.
No,
Is
I'm
that
not
what you're
saying that
trying
at
to say?
all. No, that's why I said, if you're gonna be with somebody, you have to know how, you have to get in touch with that side of yourself. But what I am saying is that some of them are just now trying to come into that and understand it and really
Well,
get into
I don't
that
need you to
side
be
of
just coming into it. I need you to be actually doing it. But I'm gonna get to the chat real quick, just so I can, cause y'all comment. I see y'all. Women don't love no more. If they did, simps wouldn't exist.
it. Okay.
I disagree with that because what y'all consider a simp, I don't necessarily consider a simp.
Well, what do you consider a simp though?
I know, so that's what I'm trying to figure out as far as what he consider a simp. A simp to me is someone who actually take care of a woman. Y'all look at that as a simp. I look at that as a real man.
Right. And Cat
What
Daddy,
a simp is somebody who does the stuff that a woman won't. Take her out, give her the attention, emotional stability. He ain't playing games. Y'all call that a simp. That ain't no simp to me. So I don't know. I don't know about this statement. LOL, you better kick that shit, Cat Daddy. Be quiet, realist. I seen women give up her kids for a man, like Priscilla said. Women was taught they need a man. They got to have a man. I am more happy single. Most women in a bad relationship.
I don't know if I would say most. I can't speak to nobody's household.
right. And so Cat Daddy's going into why he believes love is an action. And I never said it didn't consist of actions. I said it's beyond that. There's more elements to it than just actions.
It is more elements to it, but at the end of it, AJ, do you not have to do all of those things, like put them into like make them come to fruition?
No, I mean, because it's not something you do once. Like an action is saying, "Oh, I'm doing this for you." But why are
Yeah,
you
it's like
doing
a to-do list. You give him a to-do list, and he
No,
does it
man.
once.
Don't
It's
agree
like
with
this
that.
guy be constantly be given to me.
No, I agree. Again, I'm gonna say I disagree here because I'm not saying that you do it one time. Because literally, I'm gonna take it here because I'm an English nerd. When I say doing, ing, present progressive means it's happening right now, but it will continue to do so. So my question is that all of those things, even though it's outside of just, doing one or two things or something like that, you saying it's greater than that, but at the end of it, action is still the conduit. Like you still have to do those things.
And at the end of the day, I feel love is more than an action. It takes more than action. It takes continual thought. It takes consideration. It takes compassion. All those things are not actions. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Hey, SNL.
Yes, the sum of your efforts might equal an action, but an action does not equal love. And we just have to agree to disagree on that because I'm not going to change my mind.
I don't want you to.
I
Look old,
agree,
tired,
Jazz.
and drained.
I agree, Jazz. It's a lot of women looking old in the relationship.
Wait, what
And
else did she say?
she
I'm
said,
not splitting hairs. I'm not splitting hairs. I'm speaking my true opinion and how
We're looking like they're 90
and
years old. Oh my
I feel like
God.
I agree.
she said a lot of women in a relationship looking old and tired and drained, and they cry and stressing and worried. And I truly believe that because a lot of women, what women fail to realize is that we age quicker than men. So men as they get older, they look finer majority of the time. They look finer when they get older. And sometimes with women, we can begin to look older. So that's why too, you shouldn't be just working as a woman because it'll kick your ass for all of these years. You have him work, but y'all don't hear that from me. So yeah, exactly when I stopped doing that combination. Cat simp, a good man. People call a man a simp because he love his woman and provide. Right, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. What really talking about is complicated. What's complicated? Ain't nothing
The block
complicated.
hot tonight.
Do you not think it being a shoulder to cry on is not an action? Do you not think taming my own demons is an action? Come on now.
Oh, I already spoke to that. That's
That's
why.
Cat Daddy said that.
Yeah, I already spoke to what he said.
A lot of men be a shoulder to cry on because they want to get in your drawers.
And women don't be doing the same shit.
Preach. No, we don't.
Oh, that's a
It ain't-
lie.
That's right and wrong. It's just two different perspectives. Nobody's saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that to me, that's not what. But really, at the end of the day, it don't matter what you know what I'm saying. It's two different perspectives. What you deem it love is love, and what I deem as love is really irrelevant to each one of us. As long as your partner is happy with the love that you providing. But like we're just speaking to our experiences, you know, in relation to this topic. It's not saying that, oh, you know, there's not nuances or, you know, that your partner isn't happy with you. I'm sure she is, but I'm just saying, based on my experience, that's my perspective. And my perspective is just not going to change.
Jazz asked us a question.
What SNL says, shit, most women pay their bills. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? And black men gonna be mad, but black men looking out here looking like real females. They out here looking like females. It's a lot of black women out here doing the thing. Y'all looking like females out here. Y'all gotta man up.
Y'all be prepared to get old before your time. They gonna stress so bad. You know what? I rebuke that. I am. Everybody is not a believer on here, and if you're not, that's cool. I am, and I just feel that when God adds that to me, whenever that time is, He adds no sorrow, and I don't claim being stressed out with no man. But if he did start stressing me out, he gonna have to go.
Really, be quiet. Tell me, don't talk to me like that. The elements are ultimately defined by the actions. She is trying to split hairs.
That's what
She answered that. Have y'all ever been with a man y'all felt really love y'all, like honestly? So we answered that question. And the main one up here on the panel trying to fight for these niggas up here, she ain't never felt real, truly, honestly love from a man.
She said the main one trying to fight for these. Listen, I'm not fighting for the men. I'm fighting for the ideal because what did I say earlier? I desire it, so I'm not gonna speak against it.
But let me talk. Have I truly felt? I honestly do, and y'all gonna be surprised. I have felt like a man truly loved me. Now, did I feel like it was constant? Like, you know what I'm saying? It goes back to what old girl was saying. Were you only acting that way to bait me and then switch? You get what I'm saying? because that's what I have felt more is that, yeah, I felt the love, but then, you know, when I get in my feelings and I let my guard down, then that's when you want to switch up. No. Mm-mm. Cat Daddy say, you right, I'm wrong. Who he talking about? I'm late. I'm behind in the comments, y'all. Let me catch up.
I think it's when him and Amber was having their discourse.
I know I'm late, realist. Simps are simps for doing the right things for the wrong women.
I mean, what is
Okay.
y'all's definition of a simp though?
To me, I just be personally feeling like men be trying to say that men are simps for actually being a man. It be a lot of like I just be seeing in the comments sometimes. It be a real man that it be expressing himself to a woman, or you know, just really, you know, he could be like paying, you know, he could be like an actual man, and you have men be in the comments about, oh, he a simp, oh, he a simp. Nigga, get out of here.
See, like my definition of simp is not even that, but I guess I'm just different. So
What is your definition of a simp?
to me, a simp is a guy that's like he doing way too much desperately. Like you doing anything to get the attention of any woman just so you can have somebody next to you. That's simp behavior to me. So when people start talking about simps and they talking about like, oh, somebody that goes all out for their woman, the woman they chose, that's not simp behavior. Like that's who he wants. Like he should do that. Now, if you just out here spitballing, trying to get anybody, doing anything for him, yeah, that's selfish.
I mean, I can honestly say I ain't never called nobody this. I ain't never called no man. Now, have I called a man a bitch? Hell
Ooh.
yeah.
I am hollering.
Are you at her?
She said, have I ever called him a bitch?
Ooh. I try to avoid calling men bitches because you know them fighting words. But like, have I ever told him, dude, he was bitch made? Yes.
No, I called him a bitch. A straight up bitch. I mean, but like, it ain't saying, oh, you.
Amber trying to get AJ trying to get her lip busted.
And she throw hands back.
I be too scared now. Will I call you a bitch?
It ain't. Wait,
if you not near me,
look
then
here.
yeah,
Hold
I
up.
call you a bitch.
Hold up. Now she playing with y'all. She said she be too scared. She ain't scared of shit. She lying.
I am. I ain't gonna. I mean, nowadays, I don't think you have to get me really mad for me to call a man a bitch to your
For
face.
real.
Like
I only got a little bit.
I'm talking about where you can reach out and touch me. You have to get me really mad for me to do that. Otherwise, I need to be over the phone for me to say you a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm trying to think. A bitch, like I might say you a whole ass nigga or something like that.
That's fighting, bruh. The men in the comments. How would you feel if a woman said you a whole ass nigga? How would y'all feel, man? I sure want to know. Comment down below. Hurry. I gotta see. If my wife called me a bitch, she would be my ex-wife. Hard, rigid, firm, boundary. You see what I'm saying? He said that would be his ex-wife.
She would be my ex-wife.
Men gonna always agree with someone that back up their BS. They sure will though.
A lot of them will. I ain't gonna lie on that one.
You gave a better definition. The realist got what I was saying because what's understood don't need to be explained. Sir, we're trying to understand though, so you need to explain. People call Russell Wilson. Girl,
that's true.
Exactly.
Girl, I done spent enough minutes in my life trying to understand somebody who don't want to explain themselves.
But what Jazz say, people call Russell Wilson a simp. Those men be jealous. They could do it, but they choose to be a bad man. It's their choice. Now they do be calling Russell Wilson a simp, and I don't see no simp. He loves Sierra. He take care of them kids, and he take care of the kid that's not even his future son. And I don't feel like he's a simp, but a lot of people call him a damn simp, and that don't make no sense to me. So yeah, the definitions be all messed up.
Shit, if Russell Wilson is a simp, baby, send me one
Right. Give
every
me a
day.
simp. I never felt truly loved by a man. Use, yes, but love, no. They only come to take and drink. Baby, that's what old girl was saying in the video. That men are known to just take, and not give. It's always, well, I want this, I want that, I need this, I need that. How do y'all feel about that? Because that was mentioned too in the video. She said that.
Yeah, I mean, they make it transactional. I mean, just think about what Cat Daddy just said. If his wife ever called him a bitch, he would leave her, despite what they've built, how long they've been together, you know, the things that they've been through. One word can destroy all of that. How can you call? Like, I'm not trying to attack nobody, but how can you call that love if you're literally willing to leave somebody over one word without discussing it, and y'all have all this history built together? I think it just goes to prove the point even further, right?
I don't know. I don't know about that ever. Because it draws, it's like a man
Weird.
gotta have boundaries at some point.
It's not even about that, but like I understand if you calling somebody a bitch unprovoked. But if somebody is acting like a bitch, it ain't nothing wrong with calling out and say, look, you are acting like a bitch.
No. I don't think that. With a man,
Ain't no man ever had a problem telling me I'm acting like a bitch right now. So what's the problem?
even though it should not go both ways, the reason why I say it definitely should not go the other way towards the men is because I truly feel like that men hone in on respect.
They do.
Men want respect. You know what I'm saying? He wants to feel respected in his relationship. And if you don't respect him and you're using bitch and hoe ass nigga and all of that, he now feel like you don't respect him and you just like a loose cannon. And now he doesn't feel like a man, he feels like a child.
I mean,
And a man that doesn't feel respected majority of the time, if financially he can move around, he's going to move around. If financially he can't, he's going to stay. And these are the type of men that you see that end up being with younger women and he spends his money on the young girl and make him feel loved and respected. You know what I'm saying? This is where you see men go out with other women, maybe younger, and because he wants to feel like a man, he wants to feel respected.
I mean, to me, in a way that contradicts, because if the topic we're saying is, can a man truly love a woman, right? Now, we're not saying this woman is going around calling this man a bitch every day, but if this nigga is acting like a bitch, literally acting like a bitch to you, and that's the only word that can come to your mind to describe the collection of his actions, then what's wrong with calling out what it is? But my thing is this: how can you say you love somebody if you're gonna let one word completely destroy everything that you built with them? It only goes to prove the point of the live of what you were saying. Can men truly love women? And no, you don't just walk away from somebody you love because they called you a bitch one time. Like, that's some bullshit.
So if a man called you a bitch, you wouldn't you would still be around, you would still be with him?
I've been called a bitch before. I'd be like, well, why you say that? It just depends. Like, if I'm truly acting like a bitch and I'm being an asshole, I'll take that. But if I'm not, and I feel like I don't deserve it, the person is gaslighting me, yes, I'm gonna push back. Just like a man to push back. Why would you call me that? What would present you to call me that? Okay, then a conversation can occur. But to be like, oh, nope, I'm done. Bye. I mean, that only goes to show how deep is your love. For me,
I don't agree. I don't agree with
the reason that I don't agree with that is because you're making it sound like, oh, this is a regular occurrence. But if somebody is acting like a bitch in a moment, that don't mean they act like a bitch all the time. That don't mean you constantly calling this person a bitch. I'm saying the literal wording of what was said was, if I get called a bitch one time, it's done. I'm over. It's over with. We're not talking about a reoccurring event.
For
We
me,
talking,
it's probably over with.
yeah. I
If
mean,
you
well,
call
then
me
I
a
guess
bitch,
then more
if
women
you
can
call
go.
me a bitch one time, it's probably over with. You know, it probably it just
So
Being a bitch, even if you being a bitch, it's over with.
yeah, I don't care. Even if I'm being a bitch, it's over with because I'm a woman. You should understand. And sometimes we act like bitches. We emotional. So you need to suck it up and deal with it. I love one thing I love about a man is that if he can, you know, when you being emotional or you being a bitch, and he be like, well, you know what? Calm down. What is it that I can do to make it better? Or he figures out a way to make it better instead of firing back at you because you being a bitch. You know, because a man is not emotional, a man is logical. Your job is to think of a solution. So if I'm being hysterical and I'm being emotional, your job is to, you know what I'm saying, hold me down and say, okay, wait a minute, baby, I know you acting crazy. Just think for a moment. And you know what I'm saying? We're going to get out of this situation. How about this? How about that? I don't give a damn if I'm acting like a bitch. You better not call me one.
We both, men and women, are human, and they give way to emotion. So I mean, it's totally okay for people to have that perspective, but I just don't. And I don't think that's the end all be all.
I've never been called one, even in times I have gone if I get upset. But one thing about me is I know when you talk to men, even if you are upset about something, the minute you start raising your voice and shit, they don't hear that. And because I work around so many men in corporate in my job, that's something I've kind of learned to temper. Like if I'm upset, I'll be quicker to tell you, like, hey, I don't really want to talk about this right now. Let's converse about it later. I've never been called one, but I will say this. I feel like if we not married and we just dating and some shit, and you call me out my name, that could be grounds for termination. Not gonna lie to you right there. Now we married or we've been locked in for a little bit. That's probably I'm gonna be shocked. We're gonna need to have a conversation. So that's different. But we're not together. Like we're just dating. Yeah, that's very highly grounds for termination.
So Jazz said, I never been called a bitch in a relationship ever. Maybe they said it behind my back, but they knew not to say it to me. One time calling me a B, I'm done. That's how I feel. You call me a bitch, I'm done with you. I never hit my wife or any woman, but what if I knocked the shit out of her once? Should she stay? Or is it once a woman beater, always a woman beater? That's a
Damn,
good question because the simple fact that you said, oh, it's okay, you know, hey, call me a bitch, this and that. And just like Cat Daddy say, well, what's the point of having boundaries? If it's okay for him to call you a bitch one time, 2 times, 3 times, whatever, what's the point of boundaries?
That's just my stance. I mean, and I do feel like I've explained, you know, that's just how I feel. Like people are human, people give way to emotions, and also we're all individuals and we get to determine what we will and won't accept in relationships, you know. And I think that it just boils down to that. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna split hairs here, but that's just the way I feel. Like, and there's no way that I'm gonna throw away a bond with somebody. Let's say I had and again, hitting somebody and calling somebody a word is not even comparable to me at all in any stretch of the imagination. So I can't correlate it, speak to it in that way because to me it doesn't correlate. But I mean, but at the end of the day, everybody can decide what they deem is and is not acceptable in a relationship. But there's no way that I'm going to say that I genuinely love and care for someone and let 1% undo all of that. That's just me. If Dad want to be that way, okay, you want to be that way, but that's not me.
Okay, so what do you say? Married folks cuss each other out all the time, though. Most anyway. And you right, really. Sometimes married folk do cuss each other out, but how far do you go? It got to be a damn boundary. You know
Like,
what I'm saying?
it
And
should
you
be
can
a
just be like,
situation.
"Shut the fuck up," but shut the fuck up compared to bitch, hoe ass, nigga.
Like
Like
calling each
those.
other out y'all names, like real far out y'all name, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's going too far.
To me, it veers off. There's one thing where there's a particular incident and it happens. Again, I'm not talking about somebody calling somebody out their name repeatedly and all the time. I'm talking about something happening one time and you being like, oh, well, bye, over some words. That, I mean, yeah, people can be that way, but like, I'm not, and I like, everybody's different. Everybody's life experience, this go around is different. But I'm not, because I mean, if I'm acting like a bitch and somebody tell me I'm acting like a bitch, I'm not finna get mad about it if I'm acting like a bitch. If a man is acting like a bitch and he know he acting like a bitch, he shouldn't get mad about acting like a bitch and being told, hey, you acting like a bitch right now.
Damn, how many times you gonna say bitch?
Right.
Oh, is this
What's
Word.
up, word?
word?
Shit,
I just came
SNL
to
say
debate.
oh my bad. Go ahead.
I just came to debate. That's it.
Look at
Always.
him. SNL talking about my boundary is fight. Talk your shit, but don't touch me. But
Exactly.
hold on, SNL. I know you.
Exactly. Talk your shit, but don't touch me. Say what you
Okay, so I got a question here, SNL, and then if I'm getting too far in your business, I'm sure you're not gonna answer it. Tracy, how you doing, Tracy? So because I know you, I believe you married or you got a boyfriend or whatever. So if your boyfriend call you a bitch, are you gonna be okay with that, SNL? He said you acting like a bitch. Are you? What's your stance? You still staying or you leaving? Can men truly love word?
What
Of
you
course,
mean? Can we
say yeah.
truly love? What you mean? Yeah. I mean, I love my wife. And I say it like this to any woman I ever dated. I told women like you acting like one. I never called a woman a bitch. None I dated. But I don't even think I called. Yeah, I have. I ain't gonna lie. I did call a woman a bitch before, a couple times, but I wasn't dating them. I don't think like me. I never tried to break a woman down. And I think that uh, breaking women down when you do stuff like that, when you degrade them and try to control them. I mean, I don't think no human is supposed to be controlled. So, I mean, I don't think that's love. I think people, like a woman can be in love or a man can be in love with a person and the person can be in lust with them. So, I mean, um, I just don't feel like you should have to, if you with somebody and you love them, nothing you shouldn't be breaking them down.
And this is another thing, like I agree with Jazz on the statement she said. If I had a daughter, she said her boyfriend called her a B. I don't want her with him. When a man feel comfortable calling a woman a B, that's low and disrespectful, and next they will start to be abusive too. So that's what another thing too. I feel like is that with men go as far as you let them,
No, that's no cap.
and so if you let that B slip one time, then it's like he feel like okay, he'll nudge a little further and do something else. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll go a little further into something else. And it's like, no, it has to be checked at the door immediately because before you know it, the little bitch would have slipped by, and then it's another name, and then like she said, it could get to the point where it could be abusive, and he gets to the point where he just blatantly disrespectful.
And I would argue that's human behavior. I think women do the same thing. People only will do what you allow them to do in general. The
Yeah, but
abuse
I
might
feel like
be.
men really push boundaries. Like men are
Women do too.
men.
Women,
I don't feel like women can and we will, but I feel like men are born to push boundaries.
well, that's how things get done in life. That's how limits get broke. You know, I wouldn't, I wouldn't just seclude that to men because women push boundaries. I mean, it was one point women couldn't vote. What they do, they went out there and found a way to make it happen. You know, equal rights. You know, women push boundaries too. It's just how you push them. You know, I think both. Because I can tell you some horror stories. Like, I don't, you know, I mean, like when we talk about what men do or women do, I don't get too much pushback, you know, from other people's experiences. But the reality is this: it's fucked up people. You know, just for every story you tell me about a man, I can tell you a personal story about a woman pushing boundaries. You know, just even putting me in a position where I have to beat somebody up or defend them. Like, why would you create a situation for that? They could have ended bad. Somebody could have lost their life. Women do that a lot, just even by lying. You know. Um, so I mean, I think it's more human behavior than delegating it to a man or a woman. You know, abuse happened in different ways. I was in an abusive relationship. It wasn't physical, but it was mental. You know, and that in itself, uh, that can be just as dreadful. You know, than physical abuse. You know, they say wounds heal, but the mental, I mean, it takes a while. And I could have been one of them bitter dudes, like women, all women are like this. So now I'm gonna just be a dog, but I didn't. And that's a choice, you know. You have to choose. And like AJ always said, you know, it's what you attract. And I had to learn that. Like the women I was involved with, I was attracting them with my mindset, the energy I was putting out. I was attracting those kind of women. And when I changed all that, I attracted a good woman.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Realist comment. He heard he heard a married couple call each other a cunt and a crackhead. But listen, if you a crackhead, then you a crack. Like that's how I feel. Like when y'all say if you a bitch, then you a bitch. Nah, but if you a crackhead, you a crackhead. Ain't nothing about
Hey,
it. Period.
hey, I tell you like this, man, I'm in the deep, man. These crackheads be putting in work. You can get a crackhead and they'll drywall a whole house for you. I'm joking, it's a bad joke. But I'm not. They do drywall the shit out of the house though.
As Chanel said, she feel like acting. If I'm acting like a bitch, then it is what it is. So she feel the same way like you, and AJ.
I mean, but telling somebody that they're acting like a bitch is a lot different than telling somebody they are a bitch. But I mean, everybody.
It's not a difference to me.
But
You say bitch out of your mouth, whether it's I'm acting like a bitch or I am a bitch. To me, that you're saying I'm a bitch.
for me, it's not the same though. I don't believe that's the
It's not the same to me either. Like, I feel like when you tell somebody they are a bitch, like you saying they whole being encompasses bitch assness in my Diddy voice. Uh, but if you acting like a bitch, like you in for that specified time period, you are exhibiting characteristics of bitch assness, and that's different. But to tell somebody they a bitch, like it's different vibes. But shit, like I said, I feel like Diddy no bitch assness over here. So
Just for debatable purposes, I'm taking Tay side since it's two versus one. Um, like when you say characteristics describe a person, so if you say acting, your actions describe who you are. So I will have to agree with Tay. There is no difference when you if the word come out your mouth. I mean, and
That's
then
exactly what you
and
mean. You just trying to be, you trying to say it
go
in a right way that don't piss me
and
off. Trying to say,
that
well, you're acting like a bitch. Nah, you really want to just call me a bitch, but you want to say I act like a bitch.
and
Get
I say
out
it
of here.
like this too. when you say acting like one, that's passive aggressive. That can be considered passive aggressive, and that can be a form of gaslighting too. So,
Right.
uh, just for
Hell no.
debatable
I
purposes,
ain't
we'll
going
take
for
it
that
both
shit.
sides.
I'm not going for that. Cause you really want to call me a bitch. That's what you really want to do.
Wait a minute. Here's my question: how did we get so pressed on the phrase on the word bitch? Like,
I don't know.
I feel like there's a lot worse shit that could be said.
Yeah,
I
there's
just
a
came to debate.
lot to be said, and I done thought all of them. But the thing is, at the end of the day, everybody gets to define what they accept and what they don't accept. And I think with time and with experience comes wisdom and knowledge, and you change your perspective as you learn more.
Well, here's my
But if
question.
somebody is acting like a bitch, I'm not finna hesitate to tell them that they acting like a bitch, man or woman.
I'm gonna ask a question because we just said that everybody gets to define what they find what's acceptable to them. All right, cool. So if something is acceptable versus not being acceptable, clearly that's a boundary, right? So going back to something that was stated much earlier at the beginning of this conversation, does that, even as a woman, if I establish my boundary, does that make it transactional? Because that's what we said. That's what was said about men at the beginning. Said if something don't work for them, they dip, and it's transactional. So does that make it transactional on us too?
Where'd you take that one?
Let's talk about it. Cause I'm not saying somebody else said that.
Or take
Hey,
y'all
I
with
was
them.
about to,
Want to jump
I was
in?
about to, I was about to drop, but I mean, like you said, everybody's boundaries is different. So, if you agree on a boundary, then it is transaction. I mean, um, if that's what you accept, then that's what you accept. You know, I have boundaries of certain things that I allow and things I don't. And when people look at it, they might say it's too much or it's not enough. So, I can't debate that.
Mm.
So what was the question again?
I was just saying,
Like transactional.
does that make it transactional on women? Because it was stated earlier in the live that, oh well, men decide, they decide on something, and then they decide that they done if something's done wrong or if it don't look right, and it's transactional. That is it not the same?
A woman, everybody can decide whatever it is they want for their life, right? Can't you decide?
Oh,
You
oh,
know?
oh, I know we can. I just want the same energy to be applied to both sides.
But now let me ask you this, because like we said, it, everyone decides what what their boundary is, what they accept and what they don't. So is there truly a standard?
Did you say, is there truly a standard?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if some women agree, like okay, it's cool for you to say I act like one, um, and some women don't. Is there a standard? Like, can it be said or can it be said? Like,
I
what?
I think standard is subjective. Like you have to move according to the standard with the person that you're dealing with. Uh, I mean, I think some people. You see the split amongst amongst us on here. Like I ain't crazy. I ain't crazy about nobody calling me a bitch, but I come with that same energy. If you call me a bitch, I'm gonna call you something else too, probably. Now, like I said, for me, is it grounds for termination over here? If we not together, like we not married, like we got a certificate on file in the Office of Vital Statistics, it could be. If we married, I mean, a conversation needs to happen. I would hope it just never came to that. Like we shouldn't be talking to each other like that. But
Right. I mean, and I don't want to be called a bitch, but I mean, somebody saying you're acting like a bitch and you know in your mind you're acting like a bitch. Like I'm talking about me, for me, not for anybody else. Then that's just what it is. Now that's not gonna be no norm. Will I like it? No. But if it's a statement, it's a statement.
So you
I'm
saying if it's true, it's true. Like
If it's
if I'm displaying,
it ain't necessarily that I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like Nobody likes being called out of their name. Nobody enjoys.
But no, I understand what you ladies saying because yeah, if I'm displaying a characteristic and someone describe it, then it is what it is. That's more on me than them. It's just explaining what my actions are. But I like the way you put that because I don't believe there are standards. Like you said, it's objective uh, to the person. So like even when people try to say this is a standard or that is a standard, that's your standard. You know, that was the I suppose the understanding I was trying to get to. So I appreciate that. I got to drop down 'cause I'm gonna get a whooping.
D
I gotta go
word.
watch movies. I
All
gotta
right.
watch. If y'all still popping, I'll be back.
All right. Look at Cat Daddy talking about I'm leaving the B alone. He said all relationships except family are transactional.
Shit, even some family relationships are transactional. Get the fuck out of here.
Me too. I feel like that too.
At the end of the day, like, yes, people do shit out of the kindness and the goodness of their heart. They absolutely do. But I mean, in a way, most relationships, business, platonic, whatever you want to call it, there's a transactional element to it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And that's
Everything is transactional. Yeah, like you say.
that's just actual factual. Like, that's not even. It's really not even worth talking about because it just is what it is.
And nothing in unconditional love. Nothing is unconditional, right?
I would say a parent-child relationship is the only example I can think of unconditional love.
Yep.
That's
Really.
about it.
And that's really what a woman, I'm gonna be honest, what a woman really should love your kids. Love your kids.
Because when people talk about, had guys tell me, "Oh, I want unconditional love in my relationship." Make sure you acting right then, because I'm sorry, like, we can be in love all day. I could love you from the bottom of my bowels, but as a man, if you look me in my face, we together, and you tell me, "Hey, like, I love you, but I'm gay," I'm so, like, that's a condition. Like, we don't need to be together no more. I'm not what you want. And that shit has happened out here in the streets. Like, people come out within heterosexual relationships. I ain't gonna be mad at you. I'm not gonna hate you, but like, I'm not what you want, and I'm not in the business of holding nobody back from shit.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That's how I am. My relationships are transactional. They're not unconditional. Because if you do something that I don't like, I'm gone. Period. That's just what it is. I'm not gonna stay. I'm not.
See, Tay, me and you two similar, because I've had people, and some of them people that one of them people's on this chat, to tell me I can be hard on men, and when I was younger, or on people in general, and when I was younger, I used to feel bad about it, but now
Don't feel bad and don't.
I'm
I
getting
ain't trying to
I
say
don't give a
don't.
fuck.
I was trying to say don't listen to her, but don't listen to her because I don't be agreeing with some of the stuff she be saying. Like, even if like a family member, certain family members, and she be like, "Well, you still got no."
I ain't got to do
Listen,
shit but stay
I
black
ain't got
with
to do
God.
exactly, and that's exactly how I feel. I ain't got to do shit with no family member. Okay, I'm to the point in my life where, listen, if you ain't treated me right or you ain't done the necessary shit that you were supposed to do, I'm not trying to heal no wounds with you. I'm not trying to heal no trauma with you. I'm not trying to do none of that shit because guess what? I didn't try several times. And I'm not fit to keep trying again, bumping my head over the same thing over and over. Sometimes you just have to write family members off. I wish you well. I pray nothing happens to you. I love you.
From a
God bless
distance.
you. And I'll be here if you truly need me. But at this point, you on your own. God bless you. Goodbye. Good
But
riddance.
goodbye, beloved.
It goodbye, beloved. Exactly.
Goodbye,
Like,
beloved.
I can't do it. Cause one thing about me is I'm at a point where I want peace. I want peace in my life. I want peace in my relationships. I want peace, 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 peace. That's what I want. And that's what I strive to have. And if someone is putting turmoil in my life and they not giving me peace, I don't want you around.
What did he say? No bitch asses.
Facts.
No, me, I'm there too. Like, it's some shit I won't deal with. Some things, and I'll notice small things, especially with men. And like I've said it before on the show. I had such great examples in treatment growing up. So accepting lesser from me, from a man, I don't know her. I don't know what lesser is, because if that's how you operate, if you operating on that lesser level, like we ain't got to do this.
Have
Like,
you ever had men try to give you something and they felt like what they gave you is what you like they were doing something and you looking like I treat myself better than this.
so I just think about like a situation a few years ago, and I think I've talked about this before, where it was a new man, and he called himself being interested in me, and he invited me over to his house. Now the first time I went, he was cool, pulled out the stops. The second time I went over there, the whole vibe and aura changed, because then all of a sudden, because when I went over the first time, he made dinner. He pulled out the stops, fixed my plate, brought it to me. We had a good conversation. We had some drinks. We had a good time. The second time I come over there, he was like, "Oh well, I got this in the fridge. Well, if you don't get up and if you don't fix something to eat, fix it, you won't eat." And I was just like, "How did we go from like 2 weeks ago? You was all in my face pulling out the stops. Now you talking shit." No. And that kind of thing, those type of situations, though, them 180s and people's the way they act, it kind of, it's like a jump scare to me, because at first I'm like, hold on, like, you talking reckless. Meanwhile, like, ain't no man I've ever known that I grew up with in my house ever treated me like this. So like, automatically 2 + 2 = 4, and what you doing right now is not adding up, shorty.
Yep.
Now somebody told me
that's how they try to reel you in, baby.
It was a lady told me, she said, "Oh, well, I don't think you write him off because he wouldn't fix your plate." I said, "It's not about fixing the plate. It's about the principle of how he treated me and how he talked to me in that moment."
Excuse me. Family not even determined by blood, in my opinion. It's the dynamic between the individuals that makes them family. I agree.
No cap.
Because blood relatives can be some shiesty ass folks. You ain't lying.
I love the word shiesty.
Facts. I want peace, everything in my life. I'm not gonna have nobody around me disturbing my peace. And that's a fact. And all I want, and all that I want to be to my daughters, a great fucking example. I know that's right, Cat Daddy.
You said you gave a word right there, Cat Daddy.
Yes, they a great fucking example, because I guarantee you they're gonna look back on that. And as long as you a great example, just like Coco said, you have some good men in your life, and you gonna be women. She gonna be looking like, wait a minute, my daddy treated me like this, so I can't accept.
Yeah, that man, you sitting up here acting like, oh, if you don't do it, you won't eat. Like, my daddy used to love to cook. Whenever he fixed my plate, my mama's. I'm like, sir, you gonna have to take you just came from bullshit city with that. You gonna have to run it back turbo, because it's not gonna work over here.
Oh, he fixed y'all plate.
I'm gonna eat off DoorDash, shawty. Bye.
Oh, yeah, he did. My dad did it. My brother does it today still whenever he cooks. Like, all of me, and my uncle will do it whenever we go over to his house. Like, there's some generous men around me and in my life. So men who are not, or they come with that real like bottom of the barrel type ass shit, I don't deal with that. Like, nah, I'm good, shorty.
That was the type to cook the dinner, fix the plates, have it sitting on the table with the forks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of energy. I mean, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
Baby
still-
Marlene say the mask fell off. That's what that was.
It was. I still remember.
That
I
was
was in.
after one date. The mask fell off after one date.
Yeah.
He couldn't keep it up long enough. You know, some of them can't keep it up long enough.
What?
They like.
In hindsight, now that I look back on it, and after some other conversations I had with him, he is one of them types that he is looking to break a woman down, which I don't know why some men get off on that. Like, it's actually really sick, quite honestly.
Sick. But that's something that they prey on and that they do.
And so he likes younger women, and I noticed, I was like, oh, so you just be preying on young bitches thinking that they stupid and you can get one off on them. Like, yeah, nah, wrong, right? You know what? Right plan, wrong bitch. Because I don't fuck around like that.
And that's when you call me a bitch. Now,
yeah, right plan, wrong bitch. Because I'm not her. I'm not that.
I'm not her for real.
Not her. But yeah, just things like that I noticed, like small things, and so I think that kind of it goes back to the topic about boundaries. And when you talk about peace, when you know what it is that you will and won't deal with, sometimes it can just be you for a long time. Because one thing about me, I'm not gonna be mistreated, so suck my ass.
Not suck your ass.
She done said that like 3 or 4 times. And did you hear that from the bottom of my bowels?
Suck
like, what?
Suck my ass.
Oh my God. Not suck your ass.
No, suck my ass.
Like really say a hobo in the alley might save you from the fire first for real before your own family. And that's sad. They think what Marlene say, they think they're going to bait and hook me. Yep. Ain't that a crying shame though, Jazz? They're gonna say, nah, my daddy never said or did that to my mom. They've been married a million damn years. Yeah, they're gonna say that too. Yep, they're gonna know how to be treated. I have plenty of cards to play with. But do you really want to play, Marlene?
I don't. I'm tired.
Me too. Are y'all tired? Like,
you're not
I
even
got better shit to do.
Talk about you tired.
What you say?
You ain't even 30 yet. You talking about you tired.
Listen, babe. You ever heard that song? If God don't do nothing else for me, He's done enough. Y'all ever heard that?
Lord, yes, I've heard it.
That's how I feel about some of the bullshit I say. If I don't see shit else, I've seen enough.
It's been that bad, Reese?
I wouldn't say necessarily just for me, but just just to be around some of the shit, the topics that people be talking about. Like, I kind of envy my parents that time frame back then, because I feel like dating was simpler. Like, it wasn't so much at stake and at play. Like today, because now you got like social media involved and people trying to clout chase, and folks trying to be in the indifferent Olympics. Who can care less? Like, how many bitches can I have? How many dudes am I gonna run? Like, ooh, I wanna make somebody fall in love with me and then just snatch the rug out from it's too much grimy shit going on. And that's not to say by and far it's not everybody, but I've seen enough.
Child. Look, Tracy say, I done enough. Tracy tired. She say, it's done. Oh, and Tracy, even old school, it's like for women can't even escape and say, okay, well, I'm going to go to the older generation. I'm going to go to the younger generation. It's like they all the same.
I mean,
ain't they?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Child,
age literally don't have shit to do with it. I used to think it did. It really doesn't, because you can find an old fool and a young one. So that don't matter. However, I'm going to say I've always been a stand for this. In every situation except one, I have always been treated better by older men. And that's a hill I'm willing to die on.
You have
That
you
you
feel
always
like
been
that?
by old men?
What you say?
You said you always been treated better by old men?
Older, you heard what the hell I said, hell. Yes, I have. Except one time, I have always been treated better by older, not old ass men.
I agree with that statement. I do feel like that, but I do feel like they play games too.
Again,
They
barring
old folks can play games too.
they can, but you know what? They got more years. Typically, they got more years behind them. They got in front of them. They don't be trying to do all that. You know, they trying to enjoy.
Not all, because if they in between or whatever, they don't be feeling like, some of them don't be feeling like they old. So they don't be feeling like, oh well, I got too many years. I mean, I got a few years ahead of me, so let me stop playing around. Nah.
I mean, that's true, and I've ran into a couple, but for the most part, I've always been treated better by me and older than me. I literally I love it over there. Yeah, you know. So but that does not change the fact that yes, you can find an old fool, a young fool, a middle aged, whatever. They exist in every age group.
Marlene said, I'm tired of games, so I'm just having fun.
It's cool to do that, but you know, shit, you out here even like the married men be acting single, and that's what really blows my spot up, because I'm like, sir, you went through all of the trouble to have a ceremony, whether it was big or small, or you took your ass to the JP, don't care. You still paid for your marriage license. You pay $75 motherfucking dollars for a piece of paper. $75 at minimum. Then if you had a big function, you pay God knows however much more, many more dollar signs, to invite a bunch of people to watch a 20-minute ceremony, to watch y'all say I do and give y'all and speak y'all's vows. And some of them folks you don't fuck with today, and then you turn around and you fed them motherfuckers. They had a party for a few hours, and they gave you some gifts, and that's cool and all. You did all of that. All of that.
Mm-hmm.
To turn around and get out here in the streets and act like you that woman didn't pay to put a ring on your hand. Like, it's too much. Like, why?
Mm-hmm. I seen a video where somebody was talking about, they was like, dude, you not supposed to invite me to the wedding, have me calling her sis, and then you fucking around with, somebody else. He like, no. You not supposed to be doing that. I thought that was, men making other men stand on taking responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So age don't matter. It just depends on the man. That's what Tracy say. I know that's right.
She ain't lying.
Older men play games, in my opinion.
So, Jazz, you know what? I agree with you, but I don't at the same time. She said, I see so many married men acting single, and some they do it so bold and be embarrassing their wife. Quite honestly, I think in some situations, I think their wives know.
Yeah,
Some of them don't care.
Some of them, shit, all of them, they know.
They know. So I think some of them know. I think some of them don't care. And I think that a smaller group of them, I have learned in my time on this earth that some of them like to fuck bitches together. They swingers.
They are. You got to be careful of that too. They are. But I'm gonna be honest. I get hit on more married men than single men. They might come off as single, but then later I find out they married.
I about to say you can't even necessarily know today because hell, they could be some of them be out without their rings on.
Right. You don't know. And then people don't be having rings and people still be married and stuff like that.
Also very true. To me, when I was younger, I thought it was offensive, like for a man that was married to hit on me. And I'm not saying I think it's cool today. I just think I don't take it as so personally today because I put the blame on myself when I was younger. Like, what did I do to make him think that he could come over here talking to me? And you know what? I'm not the only one. So now I don't take it personal. I just be like, sir, like, what is your
Y'all
wife?
gonna be mad at me, but I don't. Y'all gonna be mad at me, but him hitting on me, that's not a problem. My thing is just like, okay, so what you willing to do? What you willing to pay?
You stupid.
Because
Hush buddy.
if I don't talk to you, you gonna talk to somebody else anyway.
Oh, so you
right?
trying to get some hush money?
I'm just saying, yeah. Why not? Let me hustle you. So what you want to do? Let's come up with a plan. You want to talk to me, right? Okay, so what bill you trying to pay?
When you start talking to the motherfuckers about money, they leave you alone.
Some of them don't. Some of them don't. Shoot, he gonna cheat anyway. So what? But I ain't trying to give up no sex.
I ain't trying to give up no sex. No, man.
No,
that shit crazy.
no, I can give you conversation.
No, I can't even. No. Because even at a point where they be like, "Oh, we can't be friends as a married man? Why the fuck you need to be friends with a single woman?"
Right?
That don't
They
know your
always
wife.
say that.
Okay, that's my point. Why the fuck do you need to be friends with a single woman that don't know your wife? Now, if me and your wife cool, that's different. But I don't know she don't know who the fuck I am because you just met me. So
Right, Marlene. I need $1,000. You ain't lying.
that's a lie. If I was collecting change for it, I'd be like, I need 2,500 to start me off, 2,000 as a retainer.
I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying. Hold
Yeah.
on, my broke guy friend messaged me. Jazz, don't talk to him if he broke.
Marlene, you underselling yourself. You need $1,000, make it 2,500.
I know that's right. Exactly. They sneaky. They are. Because think about it. If he's a cheater and he's married and he's talking to you, you don't think if you say no, he's gonna talk to somebody else? Or you think he's just gonna not speak to no other woman?
Now, I almost got bamboozled by one when I was like
She
20.
said bamboozle.
I did. I almost got caught up when I was like 23, 24. It was a guy I used to go to college with, and I didn't know he was married. Like, he graduated a year before me, and then we were friends on socials, but he kind of just like disappeared off of like Instagram, Facebook, all that shit. And I really forgot about him. But he kept his Snapchat. So like a year later, he kind of just like reappeared out of no fucking where. Like he was posting on his Instagram, he was on Snap, and he responded to something I posted on there about a Tennessee Titans game because he was a Titans fan. And I was like, when the fuck did you become a Titans fan? He's like, oh, I've been one. So we started conversing, on some like just chopping it up type shit. And so then all of a sudden he was like, oh, well, I'm down here and I'm in. You should come see me. Like, we can go to Austin one weekend because he was in the Army, so he was in Killeen. And I was like, all right, cool. So in my mind, I was like, all right, Mercy, you know him. Like, this would be cool for you to go. All right. So I told my best friend, and she said, let me see a picture of him. So I showed her, and she said, he's married. I said, no, he's not. She said, no, I've seen him before. Like, he married. Like, I've seen his wife before. I was like, maybe you thinking about somebody else. So she went and did her little thug thistle on her Facebook page and went and found
him.
And she said, yeah. She said, this is him. And I said, I was just really like, I was just befuddled, bewildered.
Befuddled, bewildered.
I was discombobulated because I was like, how the fuck did this happen? So like, cause he was in my phone talking not reckless, but talking real spicy. Like, oh, you should come down here. We're gonna go to Austin. We'll have a good time. We'll have some drinks. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So then I get back on the phone. I'm like, so you just gonna conveniently bypass the fact that you was married? You know what this motherfucker said?
What?
He said, I didn't know that you really liked me like that. And I said, the look on my face was like, sir, this ain't got shit to do with me liking you. This is about you being a liar.
Right.
You are lying. You are out here perping as a single fucking man, and you not. It was bad because I was so mad. I mean, I was mad because it happened. So anyway, he got blocked. But somehow my name came up. So then his wife found me on Instagram and was trying to follow me and trying to friend me on Facebook. Bitch, I ain't got time for none of y'all. I don't. When I saw her name come up, I blocked. Decline.
What?
Decline. Motherfucking Klein, bitch. So, but the tea later on was that I wasn't the only one he was doing that with. So they had been married for a couple years, and he had kids. But his kids were not hers biologically. So I wasn't the only one. He had been talking to some other women, and
that's what I told you.
It's never just one.
It's never just one. Never, bro. Never. Jazz talking about men stink. I heard they don't wipe. I seen a lot of videos from Brazil.
I mean, it is some dudes who really think that, like, they think that washing in their ass cheeks is gay.
I'm sorry. If you don't wipe your ass, you nasty.
So you really got niggas out here, they booty cheeks glued together by some shit.
If you don't wipe your ass, you nasty, and you better not try to get in the bed with me thinking you about to have some sex with a stinky ass butthole.
I had a friend of mine tell me one time that she was fooling with this guy, and they were starting to get busy, and she said when he got on top of her, she said the room started to smell like that.
I've had that happen before. That's fucking embarrassing.
She said the room started to smell like ass.
That's fucking embarrassing. Your ass stink. Your ass stink. That's embarrassing. And then, like, if you do like the 69.
Oh, fuck that.
I've had that happen.
And you found out during 69 when they do ass
His
stank.
ass stank.
What did you do?
I was like, oh no, we gotta get up.
Did you tell him?
69, yes. 69.
What did he say?
Nothing.
He didn't say nothing about you telling him his
Nah,
ass
he was just like trying to deny it.
My ass
I'm like, how you gonna tell me your ass stank? I smell it. My fucking stomach hurt. My fucking stomach hurts.
I'd be like, I feel sick.
Right. My stomach, that's exactly what I told him. My stomach hurt. I am sick.
Oh, because you can't wash your ass good.
I can't do nothing.
No, not 69. Yes, it did go from talking about being called a bitch to funky ass.
Really, we just up here chatting.
Oh my God. So wait a minute. Do y'all eat ass in 69? I just want to know.
I do. I will do 69 now. I have our 8 ass now. I'm embarrassed.
All I can think about is all the times when I first got on here, yo, you kept talking about eating ass.
I've done it like once or
How did you
twice,
feel?
maybe. Huh?
How did you feel?
Yeah, I was like lit. I was lit that night. Like I wasn't in my sober mind. I don't think I could do it in my sober mind.
I probably could, but that's not something you do with everybody.
Yeah, that's something you don't do with everybody.
That's like your man if he'll let you, or like your screw buddy, whatever. But yeah, that's not for everybody for sure.
What she say, sis and Coco? Y'all got me laughing.
What? Because we talk about eating ass in 69?
Yeah, and they booty, me and booty stinking.
I'm trying to think. I ain't never had no experience of like the room starting to smell like ass, but one time I do distinctly remember this, and
And then go ahead. I'm gonna tell you what I remember too.
I read that.
Somebody had toilet paper stuck in their ass,
like a lot, or like the little bitty pieces.
like like a little piece. I seen like sticking
Dingleberries.
out. Yes.
So I remember distinctly. This was a couple years ago. I linked up with somebody I went to school with, high school. He had been trying to talk to me from like the time I moved to Houston, so like 2017 to like 2019. And baby, I be like, I heard this story where they talking about Aretha will slow walk you. I'm Aretha Franklin with it, baby, because as a man, if you come after me and I think you ain't serious, I'm gonna slow walk your ass. I ain't gonna give you no
slow walk?
I ain't gonna give you no type of play. I'm the type of be like, you could be in my inbox every motherfucking day for 3 months. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I ain't paying you no attention. So mind you, this
I'm
dude started
slow.
trying to
I ain't know what slow walk was. I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah, so mind you, he started coming to me in 2017. I ain't do nothing, link up with him, really take him. I didn't even take him serious until 2019. I still didn't take him serious. Anyway, we linked up. It was a week of our birthday. We had a good time. I was in wherever he was staying at the time, in his room, and we participated in activities. So the light was off. At some point in time, I guess his drawers was on the floor, on the bed somewhere, and I just didn't see him. So I came to notice that I was laying down, like face first, and then
on his drawers.
I didn't know, and I smelled ass.
Damn.
I ain't never told nobody that. But yeah, I smelled ass, and I was like, immediately, I said, "Oh wow."
Did you pop up like that,
Yeah,
or what?
I did. I had to do something. Hell, yeah,
The
it
way
was
he
a
had
lot.
you bent over, bent down. What?
Yes, and I was just like, I can't do this. Needless to say, after that, he definitely was trying to get me to come see him because he lived in the DFW, and he was like, "You gonna come and see me? Like, you gonna come up here and see me?" I was like, "No, I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it, Mr. Dirty Draws."
Oh my God. Cat daddy with the toilet paper. Yes. Toilet paper in the booty hole.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make it. So men out there, I know this conversation is taking a very serious shift. Make sure y'all washing y'all's goddamn asses. Like it's not gay, it's not questionable, it's not fruity, it's not nothing wrong with you taking a wash rag, not your hand, a rag, a
A
rag with
rag
some
and white.
soap, and get in between the crack of your ass and sud it up. Okay?
Yes.
In fact, even take one of your fingers, your middle finger, under
I
a
wanted
rag.
to say that, but I know sometimes that might be a bit much for y'all
I don't
to
give a
take your
fuck.
finger and do that. But
And swirl
you
up in the first
swirl it up around in that hole and do like that
in your
with the
asshole.
rag. Yeah. And better yet, stop using toilet paper to wipe your ass and use a wipe. Because I don't want to see nobody who got toilet paper with brown shit in their butt. I don't want to see that. Okay. That's
Better yet,
nasty.
fuck using a wipe. Just get you a bidet.
That would be nice. Yeah, get a bidet.
Get a bidet. Get some
I
water on
need
that.
one.
Get you a bidet, baby. Why do we always end up talking about ass?
I don't know. I never one time knew it was a thing for a man not to wash their ass. Come on, Realish. Now you know because y'all be having them shit stains in them drawers. Stop playing. It's a thing for y'all because us women, we gotta wash our drawers. So we be seeing them shit stains.
Yeah, but I've heard people talking about it like online where dudes like, oh, like it's gay to wash in your booty cheeks. I'm like, so you smell
He
like
said
shit.
that online. He was proud to say that online.
Yeah, dudes really so this my thing with this. There's some type of stigma of the ass and being gay with men. And I get it, but I don't. So one, thinking that it's somehow gay, quote unquote, to wash your ass, like you not playing in your ass. But even if you were and you like that don't make you gay. So some men will say, oh, I would never let a woman eat my ass or stick a finger in my ass or go nowhere close to that because that's gay. And that's not me attacking being a member of the LGBTQIA plus community. But
Right.
I've had this conversation several times with the men who've told me that. And I'm like, you realize just because when you act out a sexual act with a woman, that don't make you gay. That does not mean you desire a man.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you have great hygiene and you want to make sure that your booty don't stink.
The room smelling like ass is wild.
It is.
I ain't never had no ass. I had no room smell like ass, but I only got a face full of shitty drawers, so it has taken me. I have never told nobody that.
Even I didn't have one time a man his feet.
Oh, he smelled like corn chips, didn't he?
He took his shoe. Have you ever dealt and they take their shoes off and he feels the whole fucking room?
No, because when you fucking with me, you got to hit the shower.
I don't even, if I smell your feet, I don't even want you to take a shower anymore. I'm disgusted.
I mean, I'll say this. Do your feet smell because you coming from work?
No, this is something terrible. Like, this is where it floods the whole room.
Oh, he got
you got a problem.
Yeah, no. You need to
a problem that you ain't taken care of.
You got the athlete's foot. You need that tough acting.
Right. Get you some tea tree oil and start putting that shit on your feet and in your shoes because
Cat Daddy is weird.
fingers and a man stink.
What the fuck?
Cat Daddy say no. He said no. The finger in there is doing too much. So okay, well then what happened if you just wipe it like that then, Cat Daddy? Hey Anita, thanks for coming in.
I'm stuck on him calling it a stink grommet. What the fuck, Cat Daddy?
I promise tonight was the first I heard of that shit. How was it the first? Just a rule of mine. Both parties must partake in a cleansing of all parts of the body, a minimum of 15 minutes before anything. Nah, that's them jail dudes. Don't no woman need to be by my butt.
What if she just like it though?
What happened if y'all like? If y'all doing the 69 or if she's, giving you a blowjob or something like that, you're right there close. You can smell a man's ass.
You in the same zip code for
You
sure.
in the same area, and just to let you know, man, we can smell your ass. So if she's down there giving you a blowjob, make sure you wipe your ass because she can smell that.
I will say this. In my time, I have never smelled an ass while I was doing that. So everybody that I have dealt, the ones I have dealt with, they took a shower. It was one dude, like I could smell his detergent on him and his cologne. I said, "Oh, okay. You got that good detergent. You got that Tide, that Game for your drawers. Okay, cool."
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Oh mind that. Sis, no apologies. Get some rest. I've been praying for you and your husband. Oh yeah, I know. I heard about that the other night. But women can be nasty too though, because yeah.
I mean, we can. Let me not say we. They can. However, I can't speak to that because I don't have any interest in laying down.
But if yo stink, go to the doctor. You need to go to the doctor because it shouldn't be stinking. Really.
I think some women don't bathe like they should. And then I'm gonna just say this. Y'all can tell me I'm wrong, but I'm
What
not.
you mean they don't bathe like they should? You acting like that's normal.
For some bitches, it is normal. I ain't gonna cap. I remember when I was in high school, there was these girls that like they had on clothes. This wasn't athletics, nothing. She just walked by me, and she smelled like fish sticks and a sack of pennies.
Yep.
And I was like, girl.
Yeah, I've actually had girls like that, and I just be like, damn.
What is that?
It's either a yeast infection. That's the mild of it, a yeast infection, or you got some venereal disease and you need to get that taken care of. Or you just not washing your ass, and that's terrible.
You not washing your ass. Yeah, but sticking all this Senate shit up there, thinking, buying into what, society tells you, oh, it needs to smell like flowers and cookies and unicorns and rainbows. It's a fucking organ, y'all. Like, please, like, don't do this.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. I've been fortunate. I haven't experienced smelly coochies in an intimate situation. Well, that's good. I smelled a woman though through some apple bottom jeans, Red Lobster meets Long John Silver. I'm hollering, not Red Lobster and Long John Silver.
Why some apple bottom jeans, Red Lobster?
Fish sticks and a stack of pennies.
Like, it just was not. It wasn't giving. It wasn't cute. Yeah, no. It was not cute.
That's terrible, especially if she cute. That don't look good. That's not
She
good,
would.
women. Huh?
She wouldn't.
Oh, the dude wasn't. He wasn't cute.
The girl. I thought we were talking about that girl. No, the
Oh,
girl
it's
was
a
not
girl.
cute. She was a butterface.
Oh damn.
And I'm saying that because I ain't like her.
But you being mean. Is she
I'm not
really
being
a
mean. She really
butterface?
wasn't cute.
Oh, okay. So she really wasn't, even though you don't like her.
Objectively, she was still a butterface, but I just didn't like her.
Oh, okay. He said pH level off. For real. That really be what it is. She had the apple bottom jeans.
Coochie with the fur. The whole club was looking at her.
She hit the flow.
Next thing you know,
y'all is funny.
Shawty blew it open.
I just broke up with my guy friend. I'm letting out a good cry. Jazz, if he, I know you're not talking about the broke dude.
Why? Wait a minute. What you mean you broke up with your guy friend? Like, you mean you broke up like it's a friend breakup? Like y'all not cool no more? Or are you calling him? Are you calling him a friend? Like the way older folks call they significant
Hold
other a
on,
friend?
hold on. I'm gonna fill you in a little bit, and I hope Jazz don't be mad at what I'm about to say. But Jazz will deal with. Should Jazz will go on a date with a guy, and she'll pay for everything. She'll pick him up, pay for the dinner, pay for gas, pay for everything, and drop him off. And that's the type of people Jazz be dealing with.
I remember her talking about this on a different live. No, we don't pay for first dates.
I don't pay for no child. I don't pay for now, but anywho.
I mean, after a certain point, if I've known you and we've been going out for long enough, I'll offer to pay just because I think that's right. Now the times I've done it, I've never had to because they'd be like, "Nah, put your money don't count. Your money don't work here." I'm like, "Oh, I'm okay. Well, okay." I know how to shut the fuck up.
So you know how to shut the fuck up, do you?
I know how to shut the fuck up and keep my mouth closed.
Really, first time I ever seen a fish apple, a literal crab apple. Did you bite the crab apple word? That's what I want to know.
See, that's my thing. Y'all men, y'all be talking about bitches and how they pH level be off, how they be funky, musty, dusty, crusty.
But they still be biting on it. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all still lay down with them. Y'all be like, "Oh, I got to see it through, my boy." Like, as a man, here's my question: if somebody really smells that bad, how, as a man, do you lay down with her? I don't understand that.
That is true.
Ugh.
What he say? There was a one girl in school who was known for having a smelly. She could guess your ring size with her thing. Literal. Wow.
That's gross.
Oh wow. He said I'm a change, but he hasn't. I had to let him go. Gotta let him go, sis. I'm with you. I'm quick to let him go.
You gotta be quick to pew out of
Pew, for real. You gotta ask the dudes. That's terrible. Yeah, because I can't sit around. It hurt. I don't know. For somebody who don't like me, girl, I can't.
No, you want me to pay for the date? Pew.
Right. That's why I tell her stop. You only they only doing that because you're accepting that. Like stop accepting taking these guys out. Stop doing that.
I'm trying to think, have I ever paid for a date with anybody? No. And it's not because like I was trying to get over on them. They just never would let me even spend my damn money. I think maybe one time I insisted that somebody let me leave a tip, and then he saw I wasn't gonna let that go, cause I didn't want to be like it wasn't the first time we had been out, so I didn't want to be. Sometimes niggas be testing you.
Well, don't test me because I don't like
feel.
that. My sister say the same. I've had my sister that they'll try to test you to see. Don't test me. No, because one thing about me is I will pay for a date, but it's like, let me do it on my own time. Don't be trying to test me to see if I'm willing to do something, because then I feel like, okay, you got an agenda. You're in your mind, you feeling like, okay, well, I'm paying for this date. What is she gonna do for me?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I know. The same guy who sent me that fucking video of the man talking about white women were beating black women. He said he used to do that. Like, he said, I'll take you on a date. He said, but on the second one, he said, I'm not paying for it. And I was like, why? He said, because I need to see if you just, basically, he said, I need to see, she can pay for it. He said, I don't care where we go, but she can. And I was like, okay, but like, I don't like that either. Like, don't test me on that. Because at the end of the day, I still firmly believe that whoever asks the other person on a date is the one who should pay. But like the first 2 dates, come on, dog, you can come up off of that.
Right. Don't play me. He at a club making it rain. He showed me pictures yet. He wouldn't even pay $11 for my food. He asked me out. That's been going on for a year. I knew him for 6 off a dating app. Girl, hell no.
No.
$11. Come on, man.
Where was y'all going? Where'd y'all go that's only cost $11 though?
That's a good question.
No,
That's a good question.
I'm so dead ass serious because of the way inflation is set up. Like my favorite shit from Chick-fil-A is over $12 now.
Right. Shit, it's some shit at McDonald's over $11. So what was this at?
No, Jazz.
But I was filling up his gas tank and paying for his food and giving it up to. Damn. He had it good, Jazz. He had it good. That's all I'm gonna say. He had it good, man.
I ain't paid to put now. One thing about me, I ain't paid to put no gas in no dude's tank. I can't do that. Like there's certain things I'm not gonna do for you, and this is just my boundary. I'm not talking about. I'm not shitting on nobody. You know, do what you want to do. But there's certain things I'm not gonna do until we are established. Like we locked in.
I'm not even putting no gas in your tank. I don't give a damn how locked in we in. I'm just not.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna be out here. There's certain things I'm not gonna do if we just, like dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't even official. I might if I might do something nice for you, like because I want to. That's simple, but like I'm not gonna be doing. I hate to say
if I'm doing something, it's a birthday, or it's because you've been so special to me. You didn't spoil me, and maybe I wanna. You work so hard, and maybe I want to spoil you. But no, ma'am, it ain't gonna be too many instances where I'm gonna be doing that. I'm just gonna be honest.
Listen, I might slide you. I might feel generous one day. Be like, hey, you could have been having under a lot of stress at work, and I might be like, here, I might send you a little money, but hey, go have lunch on me today, or here's some money for your haircut, some cute shit. But like, cause $50 ain't shit. But like, putting gas in your car, and you got a job, and no.
Yeah, realist Jazz is black. He talking about you black, Jazz. Yeah, Jazz is black. But you'll put a finger in his tank. No, I won't, Cat Daddy. That's doing too much, Cat Daddy.
I did that on accident.
I thought so. I said, oh, I don't know if she's gonna come back. He's talking about, but you'll put a finger in his tank.
Who said that?
I don't think nobody put a finger.
Who said that?
Cat Daddy.
No, I know that, but like, why are we going back to talking about putting fingers in ass, Cat Daddy?
Cause we talking about filling up a tank. He trying to be funny.
Man, I ain't never put my finger in no man's tank. I wear nails. I'm not gonna do that.
He 43. He too old.
No, he's way too old for that.
I gave him 40 a few times to fill up the tank. I'm so used to being used by men and family and friends. I feel like my therapist helping me see my worth.
Yeah, Jazz, I mean, I don't know what your therapist would say, but I mean, this is not the first time I've heard you talk about this. I think maybe you take this time and maybe you don't deal with men. You really just kind of get yourself together, your mental, your physical space, and you decide how you feel about all of this and how you want to be treated, how you want to be pursued, how you want to be loved, and what does love look like for you? Does that look like getting married? Does that look like a relationship? What is it? What is that for you? But
do you remember a time when your self-worth wasn't there?
Me?
Yeah,
I definitely do.
Okay, and what did you do? What was the steps? Do you remember the steps that you took to get your self-worth up to
Yeah,
the standard?
I do. I I stepped away from dating, even the idea of it. I was like, you know what? I realized finally that I wasn't okay up here, and it wasn't fair for me to be trying to like people or want somebody to date me, and like I'm not full, I'm not complete up here, and dragging somebody else into it. Because I mean, I don't care what people say. When you start dating other people, like you are bringing them into your situations. And so I didn't think that was fair. So
And
I
a
just did.
person can sense when you don't love yourself either,
Also,
where you
big
don't have
facts.
respect for yourself or anything like that. And
Big
that's
facts.
where you can bring on people that can, pretty much like Jazz, like use you.
Leech your energy. Now,
Yeah,
a real man, that's gonna turn that shit. That type of shit turn them off. Bitch made dudes, like they prey on it. They look for it. So yeah,
yeah.
I got away from it. I stepped away from it. I said I got to get okay up here about how I feel about myself. Um, and I did that, and it can be lonely. Um, but I think at the end of the day, it's worth it to sacrifice that little bit of time for the rest of your life.
I feel like I was there too at one point where I accepted certain things, but I feel like how I got there was it was literally one step at a time. And it was me actually, like you said, being by myself and finding out who I was. I would take myself out to eat instead of spending money on him and the date. Take yourself out and yourself only out to eat.
Yeah.
Take yourself to the movies. That's when I had started doing makeup. I had to start doing makeup. And when you do makeup, you feel really good about yourself. Like when you start doing your makeup. So
Or
I
just do something that you like, shit that you
yep.
want, shit that you interested in. Make that investment and go get it yourself, Treat
Hmm.
yourself well. Because one thing about it, when you establish a standard for yourself and you treat yourself well, and you become your own example, you don't accept bullshit. It
Right.
because it becomes too hard.
So when you treat exactly what you said, when you start treating yourself well, and then when men come up to you and be like, "Can you pay for this?" You looking like,
Can
no,
you suck my ass?
exactly. Right. You like, you won't even give them the time of day, baby. They gonna have to
Like,
come with it. Like, come with it. Exactly. And ain't
like
no feeling sorry, ain't none of that. You just look at them like, okay, sir, we're on two different levels.
we're on two different playing fields. That means we can't be on the same team.
Right. You're down here, and I'm no offense, but I'm up here. And so, hey, we, like you said, we just not on the same playing field.
Nah, cause niggas be on, some of them be on that minor league shit. Baby, I'm major league over here. So
I don't love myself. I'm learning how people take advantage of my self confidence, lack of self love. I want love so bad, but I'm desperate. I honestly, God, that's the problem right there.
yep.
Exactly what you said in the message. You're desperate. And guess what? When you're desperate, men sense the desperateness on you. So they're playing with that. Stop being desperate. Stop dating, and just focus on you. When you desperate, men sense that and they know. I'm telling you. I'm
They
telling
do.
you. They know. I
I've
want.
heard some. I've heard some. I've been privy to some guy conversations in the past. Because I've had guy friends and I hear how they talk. I've heard how men can talk about women. Whether they think they all that or they think they not, or they think that they're desperate. It's worth it in the longest of runs for you to get yourself together up here and how you feel about yourself, because at the end of the day, people gonna talk regardless. You could be doing the best that you could be good as gold, you could be a saint, somebody's still gonna find something to say about you. But when you are confident in yourself, you don't give a fuck. And you can look at somebody and be like, they can say something wild to you. You can look at them and be like, suck my ass.
Mhm.
Go to hell.
Yep. Thank you so much, the realist. That means a lot to me. Tracy say, right? Oh wow, Tracy, you had a good guy. I always have to pay even on my birthday.
What?
That's terrible. I wish I was where you live at, because girl, we would be going out, honey. We would have a good old time. But ain't nothing wrong with that. Like Tracy said, she went out with her guy friend for his birthday. He paid for everything, but she turned around and bought him a new bath set for his bedroom. So she said he evened all out.
Realist, what you asking? Why you asking about suck ass in the comments? That's
Here you go.
It's an insult if you tell somebody to suck your ass like the way I said it. That's an insult.
Jazz, the only thing I can say is channel the love energy and all you invest on others into yourself. Be good to you, do good to you for you first. And that's true, but that exactly what you need to do. But I can relate to Jazz because like we're both cancers. And one thing is I just feel like, and maybe I'm reaching or whatever, but I feel like for zodiac sign for cancers, we love, we do, but we love so much that we love other people before we love ourselves. And that's something that I had to learn. So Jazz, you have to learn to, in order for you to even be in a, and this is hard. This is something that I learned too. In order for you to be in a healthy relationship, you have to be able to love yourself first before anybody. Because when it comes down to it and you in a relationship, you have to love yourself to be like, I'm walking away. Or I'm going, you know what I mean? You have to be to that point, because if you don't love yourself, then you will fall for anything and everything that this person does in a relationship. And they can drag you from here to Timbuktu. And you won't have no boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel so underrepresented in this panel because like
why?
y'all, because you a Cancer and like AJ is a Leo and y'all are like emotional people or emotional signs.
What's your sign?
Huh?
What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Virgo season, everybody. Ah!
When is your birthday?
September the 17th.
What you doing for your birthday?
I had my ass at work the day before, so
you ain't gonna do nothing?
My birthday's on a Sunday. I'll be at this house.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
Virgo. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something about Virgos. You like say y'all emotional. Virgos are emotional too. They just don't like to show it. Yeah. You hide it very well. That's all that is with Virgos. Y'all think y'all slick. Y'all not. Y'all emotional beings too. You just hide it. You don't show it. But anywho, yeah. I know about y'all too. Mm-hmm. Quiet. What you quiet for?
Taking it in.
Uh-huh. That's what I tell them. I have to live for me. I don't have time for it. Exactly, girl. You gotta live for you. I've been there. I had to become selfish. Yep. You gotta become selfish. Really, with this suck ass.
Oh, happy birthday, Cat Daddy. Or belated.
When was his birthday? What is he?
Yesterday.
A Leo? Yes, cancers love too much. Yes, we do. Thank you, Willis. You're right. I gotta start thinking positive. Yes, you do. I'm a Virgo. My birthday was yesterday, Saturday, shit, an hour. So, oh man, happy birthday, Cat Daddy.
Cat Daddy, you should
Man,
have told us that earlier when we started it. We could have sang to you.
yeah, I hope you had a great birthday. I hope the family showed you mad love. I hope you enjoyed your day. I hope it was a blessing to you. And another trip around the sun. 46 years strong. I know that's right. Well, y'all, it's late. It's what 1:15. She didn't stayed up. We didn't been on here almost 3 hours.
Yep.
He's a Raiders fan. Bath set rug, towels, blanket. It was fire. If they had Seahawks, I would have got it for myself. But it was his birthday. Oh, that's sweet. See, that's what I say. Like for birthdays and stuff like that, I will buy stuff for men. Cause I see birthdays as like a special thing. I will do that, but yeah.
See, I
If
be
you
doing
have,
shit for like Father's Day if they got kids. Or
I probably ain't gonna do it.
I have done it before.
Yeah, you'll do it. You'll do it. You don't have a problem being a stepmother?
Hell no. Now it can't be 17 kids. 1 or 2. Here's my rule. 1 or 2 I could do. 3+, this ain't for us. So yeah, I could do it. And then like I said, I'm getting older. Like I'm gonna be 30 next month. Like I'm at that stage where it's like
Wow, 30.
But no, like a lot of dudes, our guys I know, they have kids, they have a child. And I also like to date older than me. So my expectation is that you probably do have 1 or 2 kids. Now, if you closer to my age, I might be like, I prefer you don't have them. But like knowing my demographic, my expectations.
It's the fact that you're willing to say, you know what, my demographic, I know I probably won't be able to find a guy with no kids. But guess what? There's black men out there saying, I want a black woman with no kids. I don't want her tamed or touched. Am I right though?
You're not wrong.
It's black men, and you're not. Black men are not wrong, but a lot of black men just be out here like, I want a black woman that ain't got no kids.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I get it. If you as a man you have children and you want a woman that don't have no kids, I think that's fucking weird. Because why? But like I said, knowing that I tend to date men that are like 8, 10, 12 years older, like there's no way I'm expecting a man to be 42 years old and you don't already have a kid. If if you don't, okay, but like my expectation is that you probably do.
Cat Daddy say Coco is logical. I'm not buying no Father's Day for nobody. They not my father.
You an ass for saying that. Because why? But it don't have nothing, he's still a father, so it don't really have nothing to do with him being yours or not.
Tracy say, I'm not doing it.
I'm not no father. Okay.
Oh,
I get why he's saying that, but at the same time, like that don't negate the fact that the individual is a father. So
we have to be together for a minute. Like it can't be no 1 year, no 2. We have to be like married or something for me to be giving you a Father's Day gift. But like if we just dating, yeah,
I've definitely done it for under a year. Like
no, if we're under a year and we're dating, I'll get you a birthday gift.
I ain't gonna lie,
and I get you a Christmas gift.
I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I done it twice actually. Now, one time I did it.
You nice.
It was I didn't do it out the nicest of my heart. I had a motive. I did it. I ain't gonna hold you. I did it because like I wanted him, but not like I didn't want to date him. So
You
I was
wanted that D.
yeah, and I didn't have to give. And I ain't have to. Let me put y'all on. Let me put y'all on. I didn't have to give him no money to get that at all. I did it out of niceness, but I had a plan because I just knew what type of
plan, sis? The plan was, what was the plan to get his D? And
Heck,
to get his D, how was you gonna do this? You was
yeah.
gonna
So this cat right here, he had money. He had a good job. He works in the healthcare field. Or he did, or he still does. Anyway, but he wanted. You ever run into one of them guys that's very much like they've been successful in spite of something, but they got a chip on their shoulder.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of time when they talk about success, they talk about themselves a lot and like, oh, I did it, even though I've been through, and they list every fucking thing that they done been through all the time. And I'm not shitting on people who have made it through anything like that, but he was one of them type of guys. Like he was just always talking about himself, always talking about how successful he is and how many businesses he got, all this other shit. Anyway, he was still fine though.
Mm-hmm. Good night, Anita.
He was still fine, and he was like being flirtatious with me in this group we was in on Facebook. And for me, it was like all the bitches in the group would be in his comment section trying to be at him and shit. I don't move like that. I'm not one of them. Even if I think you fine, I'm not gonna be all up in your shit like that. But in my mind, I was like, I just need to know if I can bag him or not. Like, can I do it? Can I? So I'm one of them type of people that if I really want to do something like that, I can tell. I study what you like and what you want, and how you react to certain things, and how the type of women or the type of interactions you react to, and I become that
just
bitch.
like a nigga.
And I become that bitch. So he So yeah, he was talking about he had posted his Cash App and shit like that. And he was talking about all the shit he do for his kids, which I think he is. From what I can see, picture wise, he's a good father. He do love his children. So I mean, I was just being nice on Father's Day, and I was like, hey, because we had like this challenge in the group, and they were like, hey, today is Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers in the group. Da 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 da. So I just told him, I was like, hey, I sent him a little piece. I sent him a little piece of change, and I was like, hey, happy Father's Day. And he was like, oh, you didn't have to do that. And I stuck a little. Well, it wasn't a sob story, but like in real life, Father's Day is hard for me because like my dad's not here, so I try to do something nice for other people on that day to kind of like keep his to keep my mind off of stuff, but to do it in honor of my dad because he was really generous himself. Anyway, so I did that. Some led to some other things.
Was the D good? Was it good? Because you just did the most. Was it good?
I mean, it was up there. It was
worth it what you did.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, quite honestly, I came up off a few dollars. It wasn't hard. Like that's why I be side-eyeing bitches when they be like, they feel like they gotta do the absolute most and pay money to do everything, and always gotta be in a dude's face. Like I didn't.
He want to have sex with you, most likely anyway too. So
I'm like, I didn't do none of that. Like I could have not done the shit for Father's Day.
All you gotta do is just trip and act like you fell on him, on top of him. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my bad. And put your titty in his mouth.
Oh, girl. Like, so what else did he say? Like, I could have done it without the money. Like, he got some other shit he's into or whatever. And so I messaged him on his inbox about something he was promoting that he did. And so I cracked a joke about it. And I was like, hey, I saw your video for this. I said, I'm gonna watch it. I said, but if I don't like it, I said, I think I should get, and I put the eggplant emoji. I said, I think I should get some dick for pain and suffering. I'm being funny. And he was just like, he said, like, on the cool, you can get that if you wanted to anyway. I was like, oh shit, I'm in. Bitches, fuck y'all. Anyway, I don't think I'm just like a
I'm
nigga.
sorry. I'm just laughing at the comments. Go ahead.
What you laughing at?
At the comments, girl? They rolling.
Oh
They got me
Lord,
rolling.
women ain't gotta do shit but consent. I mean,
Right, Cat Daddy. That's what I'm saying.
that's true. That's
You
why.
should have just. All she had to do was just fall on top of him, and then like her titty fall out of her bra into his mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I've been meaning to get a bigger bra. My bad.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And then be like, "Oh, my bad." He gonna be like, "No, you can leave it out."
no, leave it out.
Oh, okay, then.
It's all good. But yeah, no, I don't think that makes me like a nigga for what I did. I think I was resourceful.
Right, Tracy. No, yeah, I can't do the smelly feet, dog. I can't. Really, you got me laughing. I know what it's meant. Tracy, this is amazing. You have a good guy.
Bro, Cat Daddy. What's really fucking funny is that's what that guy would call his thing, his tallywhacker. He said that word exactly. He called it a tallywhacker. I'm so fucking dead.
Oh my God. Trip fell and landed on the tallywhacker. Exactly. That's all she got to do.
And you know how this actually really all started? It all started because he sent me a fucking picture of it in some scrubs. And I was like,
Yeah. He lured. Girl, you didn't have to do all that. He lured you in. If a man want to send you that, yeah. Mm-hmm. He trying to let you know.
I was like, God damn. I said, you know what? You's a hoe, but I got to know. So yeah. Yeah. It was definitely up there. His mouth was definitely not. His mouth was right behind it. So
Wow. Really talking about Tally. Whoa. Tally, yo. Tally, yo.
Yeah, that was me that day. And you know what's really funny? And I ain't told nobody this either, but it's cool. It's funny now. So the day me and him linked up was actually like the Sunday after the weekend of Thanksgiving. So like Thanksgiving that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that Sunday, right? And I was in his inbox. We were in each other's inbox the night before, just talking shit. You know, like going back and forth. Mostly it was me though, because I was drunk at a party with my cousin, and so I'm just in there talking shit.
Like sex talking shit.
Yes, but that's me. Like I was just talking shit. Being hella flirtatious. And he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Houston tomorrow." And I was like, "Shit, what's up?" He was like, we can find out what's up." I'm like, "Okay." So the next morning I woke up, like I was hungover as fuck too. He said he had told me when he was leaving from where he was, so I had to drive from my cousin's house to get back home in time. So like I told my cousin, like, "Hey, I gotta get back home. I gotta be up at work early the next day." You know, she's like, "Oh well," like my aunt was gonna come over there from where she was and like see me before I left, even though I had seen her the whole weekend. I was like, "Yeah, no, it's all good." I was like, "I'll call her when I get home." I didn't leave for work. I left for
to go get that D.
They don't know that today, and I would never tell them that. But
hopefully they don't watch the podcast. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. But I want to say one thing before Tracy, and this is I want to ask you this question. What do you feel? She said, "But my main guy that loves me buy me a gift for every occasion, and it gets on my nerves because he be trying to outdo my kids. So it's a turnoff. I don't want it." I'm gonna tell you what my opinion is. Why would it be a turnoff for you, Tracy? It wouldn't be a turnoff for me, and I want my damn gift. Give me the gift.
What you mean outdo your kids though?
He be trying to outdo the gifts that her kids get. But I be feeling like that's what men do. Men want to feel like
they want to be number one.
Yeah, they want to be number one. They want to feel like, when they give you a gift, it's better than everybody else's gift. That's how they is. And you gotta, as a woman, sometimes we have to be in that feminine energy where I feel like, you have to make him feel like his gift is good, like it's the number one, especially if it's really good or he trying to outdo. Then make him feel like that's why you open up the gift in front of everybody, because you gotta boost his ego, I guess, a little bit, but I wouldn't feel like it wouldn't be a turn off for me, but everybody's different. I'll be trying to tell my kids, buy me something good, better, so he can get me something better.
Cat Daddy, I just want to say you nasty. I saw what you just commented.
Cat Daddy been nasty.
You nasty.
I had an appointment with Dr. Dickens.
I hate him. I hate y'all.
That's why Ish be so complicated. Buy the gift or don't buy the gift. Yeah.
No cap.
True. That is for real. Well, thank you, y'all, for the people that came in, commented. Thank y'all. I really do appreciate it for coming in and spending some time. He talking about he managed Coco.
Man, get out of here with that shit. You nasty.
He talking about I'm managed. You is.
No, you
Happy
nasty.
birthday. Happy birthday again, Cat Daddy.
Yeah. With your nasty ass.
Hopefully he got him some birthday loving. Thank y'all. We see y'all next time. Saturdays at 10 o'clock. We'll be live Fridays at 10 o'clock. All right, y'all.
See y'all.
Peace. Thanks. Bye, Jazz. Happy birthday, Cat Daddy.